Hey, DOT community.
You got any cheese?
Did I do that?
This is an amazing Cheese Fest Volstan live stream with Bo and Prometheo. How we doing, guys?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Excellent. So, we definitely came up with a wonderful intro because, of course, we all know that Urkel is the cheese man, and Volstan has got the cheese. So it's going to be a great stream tonight. So we got Bo traveling home for the weekend, and Prometheo is all set. You had a great video for the you called Volstan Volornstan, right, Prometheo?
Oh yeah, he's Volornstan for sure now.
Yes. So that was definitely a very, very cool and interesting video that you had about exactly what we're looking at for the actual output for defense and offense for Volornstan.
Yeah, I'm glad Prometheo is here because he needs to talk me into finishing this because I'm seriously thinking about skipping it.
Ooh, well, I'm skipping it honestly.
Not skipping it because of Volornstan. I'm skipping it because of just the time crunch, and I don't know if I want to spend the gems because I'm saving them for future things like Zeus level things, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, Volornstan has a really high armor. That's one of his chief, advantages, but his health pool is not as big as Volorn, so I don't think he's really much tougher than Volorn. Some people are saying because he does more damage that he'll play differently. And so if you think that that's a way to go with it, then go for him. But I don't know, I'm kind of shocked, though, because my original version where I spec'd out this Titan last year, I called him Boganorn.
I see.
Well, but the problem is militia with a guardian on defense. Militia are best used on offense, and mainly because they're cheap and they train fast. You don't care if they die. So, like, militia with hell are great. I just don't know about on defense. That's
Yeah.
Militia with Dionysus are great, but you're on offense there. I just,
So I got Prometheo and Bo here on Discord. Just hold on a second. We're going to keep the discussion rolling here, but I want to say what's up to Zaret. Chatmaster is here. Chatmaster is another corporate member of NTG. Runs in the AOV.
Hey, Chap.
That's right. And John McGinnis.
We need to get Chap on.
Yeah, Chap, you can come on Discord with us if you'd like. If you want to, you can post a link and we can move him down.
I will.
What is it? Coca-Cola? What's going on? Is everyone skipping the event? I'm not. I'm at least going to 16K. I need a Volstan for my Pantheon. He's a Titan that has totally eluded me. I think I did have one before the Pantheon existed, and I fused him away because he had crappy old skills. But ever since then, if I had one, let's just put it this way. If I had one right now, I might be less inclined to get him because I just didn't need him for the full collection. But because I need him for the collection, and because he's got better skills than he used to have, well, of course, I have to at this point. Let's see. What's up, John Wick? Ed's channel says blah, 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 slackers. Oh, wait, that's someone else's intro? Yeah, wait until Dougie gets here, Ed's channel. He's going to have words. I'm not doing this. Not worth all my effort for just the Titan. Not even relics are worth it. Yeah, some of the relics, obviously, we've already seen most of them. There's not really anything new. For many of the players. What's up?
Okay, so you do have a guaranteed Earth Resist Holy Guard. So
well, that's true too.
That's about the only thing that's the rest of everything I think I have, and I may have an Earth Resist Holy Guard. I'm not sure.
So I'm just grabbing the Volornstan just because, like I said, I just have my own personal goal reasons that I've been striving for in this game, and I just need him for that Pantheon. But Chatmaster says, hey, Bobo, Tag Hers here, how we doing? Game Rescue's here. Game Rescue says, get Yuki on Discord. Just stopping by before I go to sleep. Thank you, Yuki, because Yuki is in a different time zone too, so it's probably a bit later for you, Yuki. But thank you for stopping by. Of course, always thank you for the DOT database, which is the greatest place to go to always make sure to find out what you want to do to spec out all of your Titans ahead of time, or also even after you get them. So he's in the server. All right, cool. Hold on. All right, you're in the server. Wait, which server?
So here's a question for you, Zalon. Do you think that Volstan's boot camp is going to come back after this, or is this going to be the last good chance to get Volstan for the collection? Because I think it might not come back.
Well, Volstan's boot camp, I think, will come back. The thing is, well, maybe it'll be a different boot camp. Maybe they'll put a different Titan in there instead. That could be. You could be right about that. They might put a different. I don't think that style of event's going to disappear. I think they're going to try to again continue to use it. But hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, if you're on... There he is, I see you.
Yeah, so thanks for the shout-out on the video I posted last night. I'll just point out that in the comments section, I've given some links to the spreadsheet that I was talking about. And today I posted an updated version of it that has some extra stuff that we could chat about at some point.
Oh, a quick shout-out so I can get off the screen right here.
Cool.
Number 14th place is Outcast NTG, representing NTG in the top 50. Big shout-out to you, Outcast.
Yeah. Hey, and Chatmaster is here. Welcome, Chat.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good to hear
Not
you.
much, man.
Now, Chap...
guys, if you don't know,
Chatmaster
Chatmaster is with NTG, and he's you still streaming, man?
Not as much as I used to be. I'm trying to push out Rumble League content at the moment.
I got you.
Nice. But Chap is one of our... he was playing on the NTG's AOV team, Arena of Valor team, for quite some time, and is a very active member in the leadership staff. So, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Let's see. And this... let's see. Oh, quick hello from me as well. Got to be with the family. Ta-ta. All right, thanks, Godan, for jumping in. Always. That's the Godan plug, as always. I have a Legacy Volstan, which gives 1.5 boost, so I'll be grinding for the new one. That's a good... Well, I don't blame you. Let's just say that. If you have one from a long time ago, a 1.5 boost is insane, and kind of like, why not? You don't get a 1.5 boost opportunity all that often. Has anyone even gotten this Volstan yet to see if he's worth anything? Well, there is definitely some players out there that have gotten him, and I don't know about them maxing him to 60 yet, but they're definitely having a lot more fun with him. That's the word on the street as of right now. Hey, everyone went to at least Freya on this event. Is she worth the grind for Freya? Well, Dro, I would say pending on...
Freya's at 8K, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Pantheon. Yeah, if that's what you want.
If it's a Pantheon, Pantheon situation, then yes, because she's not always offered everywhere. But if you're looking at the current meta of the game for let's just say later players, Paladins, of course, only in certain situations, which would be Astaroth and Kronos, maybe Korthan. Most Paladins, other than that, are a little outdated. Unless you're at lower castle levels, because then you're still fighting with Titans more than the actual troops, which becomes more of a later game. Runa's Boot Camp. Yeah, Captain Howdy, Runa's Boot Camp wouldn't be bad. Would everyone agree, Runa's Boot Camp? I mean, that doesn't sound bad. Everyone enjoys a Runa. Frey is an awful Titan in your opinion, John McGinnis? Hey, I got an ad. Hashtag Zalon. Hashtag sell it. Hashtag YouTube money. John McGinnis. Hey, that happens, though. Ads do pop up.
YouTube money. Yeah.
Yeah, right? He will be offered again cheaper. I'll grab him then. Yeah, you never know, Zareth. It's most likely the case. Most of the time in those cases, especially with a Titan like this, you'll see him offered as just a lower tiered prize for a brand new Titan later on. In the future, they may bundle the new Volstan in another event. Yeah, there you go. Same thing. Was my very first 4 stars in Alliance reward back when I was with NTG. There you go, Zareth. Yeah. And there's Bad Mother Trucker. Hello, hello, hello. Trying to be British tonight, I guess. But he's using the H's, though. It's not hello, hello, hello. So. Awesome. So, Chap, what are you up to on this wonderful Friday night?
Well, I'm doing some changes to the server.
Oh, to the main NTG server?
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that. It's looking good.
Yeah, I got the go ahead. I want to say about an hour or two ago from APOC to do it. So while we were all talking and they were just like, shooting the breeze, I was like, I might as well get started.
That's true.
And was thinking it was going to take me at least a couple of days or at least a day or so, but it's only taking me about an hour or two.
Yep, I just missed it. Actually, it just ran out. My 24-hour. I was gonna buy that the bundle that had all 4 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, but I missed my opportunity. I was gonna buy it right here on the stream, but I just procrastinated a little too long. My fault. But what I won't miss.
Procrastination nation strikes again.
It strikes again. But what I won't miss is the 75. I have an hour left to those portal stones, so I'll definitely drop those. But yeah, it always strikes. And it's horrible. Yeah, time is money, Zareth. Yeah, I know. I was reading your... Start grinding, Zalon. You haven't done a battle. Yeah, I know. I'll grind. There's always chatting that goes on in the background, so let's get going. But that's awesome, chap. I'm glad to hear that you got some great things going on the Discord server. Also, too, do you have a shout out to any of the NTG happenings? Anything going on?
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about anything, but just shout out to you guys.
Oh, okay. No, I meant with the AOV team because I know that we.
I mean, AOV team is playing VVV Esports tonight at 8 Central Standard Time. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not totally sure if I'll be able to be there, but
that's nice. Is that being televised or is that just a scrum?
Well, it is a scrim. I believe it will be televised on one of the on a YouTube channel. If not, APOC will be streaming it on the NTG one.
Nice.
I'll ask him.
And the only reason I ask any of this kind of stuff and how you just kind of spewed it out like it was all completely normal is the fact that a lot of people here in Dawn of Titans don't realize that NTG is way bigger than just this game. And I just want just the idea and concept to sink in a little bit with everyone to, that, yeah, there's a lot more aspects and facets to the NTG in a lot of different mobile games. So.
Yeah, APOC tells us this all the time. AOV, any game that any of us are playing is a very small portion in regards to the organization itself.
Most definitely.
So it's looking like we're going to be official here pretty soon with our jerseys and our joggers and all of our stuff.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
That's going to look really good.
Why Odin right after Zeus? Same class, same element. I don't know, John Wick. We did see that he's referring to the... we have a new graphic that they're posting at the beginning of every month now that is showing like 4 little kind of pictures and little descriptions underneath of them of what's coming in that month. Kind of like how Netflix puts out that video like the week before every month, and it's like this month and on Netflix, as like a kind of like a hype up to show you what's going on. And it's nice because the community has been asking for it for a very long time to be more informed about what is really going on a week-to-week basis, because most of the time we have to wait until a dev live stream on Wednesday to find out what's happening for the weekend. So a lot of people can't plan ahead or make good decisions on whether to spend their time or their money in the game to really grind out an event knowing that something else may be coming right around the corner. So it's definitely a great improvement to the game. And I really hope that they continue to do so on a regular basis, because it's huge for everyone. So
I'll give you 3 good reasons to be excited about an Odin event.
Okay.
Gungnir, Head of Mimir, and Munin.
Ooh.
3 of the best relics in the game.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
If they bring him back with those relics, people will go for him. I'm hoping that that's basically the top rewards in Conquest. I mean, Gungnir is practically a 5-star.
That's true. Unfortunately, I have not leveled mine all the way up yet, so... But... I will. 14,462 at the moment. Been a grind, but hoping to finish tonight so I can have it done and dusted. Nice, John McGinnis. I like the NTG shirts. Pretty cool design. Yeah, Captain Howdy. We're definitely going to do our best to be able to make different NTG apparel available to anyone, like the DOT community, the AOV community, you know, what's it called? The Engineer Hoist over with the Transformers Earth Wars. You know, there's plenty of opportunities for people to, you know, plenty of opportunity for NTG members to have the to be able to grab it. So
yeah, and I do believe we're going to have the option of getting the color of the.
Nope, you went Robo a little, Bo. We had a little bit of Robo, Bo. No, you said something about the color. What is it? The color of the N? Did you say? Yep. He might be just
playing too close to that Allspark.
Yeah. No, Bo's driving, so he's just going through a dead zone. And what's going to happen is he's just going to come, all of a sudden, he's just going to come clear again. He's going to be like, so yeah, that's what's happening. And I'm going to be like, great, Bo. We didn't hear any of it. That's what happened. You'll see. It'll happen here in a minute. And he'll be like, what, you didn't hear any of it? I was talking the whole time. So, anyway, let's see. What's up, Raja? Good to see you. What's up, Promethea? What were you saying?
He's still talking, I'm sure.
Oh, no, he muted, so he's not. Bad Mother Truck says, oh, come on, give up the dirt. Dirt on what? What's coming up? I don't think we really know 100% exactly what's coming up, besides from that Marok Titan, which doesn't seem to be linked to any kind of gods or old ancient groups or anything like that, so
it looks Ragnar to me.
I said Ragnar too, and I was basing it off the green gems.
Yep, on the back, and then I think the yellow eyes are more Ragnar.
True, okay. Yeah, Captain Howdy. Always when Bo says something important, right? I know. It always happens. It's alright though. But we also have, just so you know, we're also going to be including some women's wear as well, because since telling APOC...
My internet died.
The internet...
What you going to do?
The internet died? Oh, okay. Because when telling APOC about having such wonderful leadership, such as Dee and Sue and a lot of and some of the other female leaders in NTG, they're like, huh. Well, we can't just have all menswear available. You know, there's females that play a lot of the mobile games that we play as well. So that'll be out there as well. What's up, King Joshua? Thank you for joining. Just doing some Almoran battles. You know, grinding out a 2-star relic in the event.
Yeah, I'm using Almoran even though I have Volstan. Almoran's fun to play.
Yeah, he's just great. And look, I'm using Militia. Good old Militia. Bo's favorite troop. Bo's favorite troop. They're level 20, though. And they're still so happy, see? And they raise their swords. They're like, we're ready! Woo! Ready to die! We're so cheap! You know?
My Militia is still level 15, even though I have level 23 archers and maidens now.
Ooh.
You're slacking.
Slacker.
Yeah. I don't think that I'm gonna go for Volstan, partly because I won't have Militia worth playing for months, even if I focus on them exclusively.
Get in there. What's up, T Rose? Ed's channel. What and who is Ragnar? We're talking about the new Titan. What was it again? Gosh, now it's Malrock. Yeah, that was in my previous video today about what's coming up in April, which I did beat up. Which
obviously someone didn't watch. So
no, I don't know. Ed's channel is pretty good about watching the videos. Although
I'm just joking.
He's pretty good. Although, and he definitely comments, which I always do appreciate the commenters, and I do appreciate everyone that does take the time to jump in the chat on the live streams. I know there is a lot of lurkers out there. Shout out to the lurkers. If you're lurking, shout out to you. And the rewatchers. We know you as well.
Yeah, Malrock sounds like it's either a Ragnar name or a new form of gobstopper.
Yeah. New form of gobstopper.
like a hard candy you suck on for a long time, a Malrock.
A Malrock? Is that a...
I mean, it sounded to me like Swedish death metal or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. It'll have to have an umlaut over the O.
Oh, whoops.
So since I got you guys in VC, are you guys wanting to add this section of NTG into the main server? Or you guys want to stay with what you guys have?
Well, I mean, this Discord's always been separate, even though it's an NTG Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Because DOT is not an esports game, I think is the reason why it's not just part of the regular main NTG esports Discord. But that would be more of an APOC question. I'm cool with it either way.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we did have the idea of maybe changing the title of the Discord to Non-Toxic Gamers, because the new server is going to be basically more as a community server.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that's cool. We just
sports.
Yeah, if that's the case, that's cool. We need to talk about channels though, because we got certain channels set up certain ways here.
Yeah, no problem. We can maybe talk about that at the leadership meeting next Tuesday or sometime this weekend if you want.
Oh, just hit me up whenever, man.
All right, man. Actually, I gotta bounce out. Our practice is about literally gonna start right now.
Nice.
All right, thanks for joining, bud.
And that practice is for Rumble League, right, Chatmaster?
No, this practice is actually for Arena of Valor.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be getting ourselves ready for our scrim, which is in an hour.
Okay, nice. So you are playing. Okay, I thought maybe you were.
I won't be playing, but our team will be playing.
Oh.
So
okay.
Once I get the link for where the live stream's going to be at, I'm not totally sure if ABOX is going to be able to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But the VVV esports team has got their own streamer that's going to be streaming it live. So once I get that link, I'll send it straight over.
Nice.
There you go. Sounds good.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Yep.
Have a good stream, Zalon.
Okay, thank you, Chatmaster. You're the best. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Is Ragnar a type of character? Sorry, no, Ed's channel. Ragnar is that's a different what's it called? Races. The races.
The Goliath race.
Yeah, the Goliath race.
Yeah, that's the race of Titans that the Goliaths and like Skolnar and those guys are.
Mm-hmm. Just like Mossmane is dealing with the all the Panther and Poison is the Mossmane. And then Unak. The only reason in my video that I said is possibly it could be a Unak is if they light it up and it's dreads. Do you see that too, though? It could be dreads on the top of the head.
I see dreads there, and I thought the same thing. You're right. It could be Unok.
So, let's put that out there. And hopefully Dee's going to join us tonight because I hope that she's going to stream after me because she said she's not going to be able to
I thought that was the plan.
That was
right?
what the plan was, but then, of course, as always...
That was the plan.
As always, there is always hitches to everything. But Dee said she wouldn't be home walking into her house until 7:30, so... We're here, we're streaming, and we'll see if she stops by. And Born in the House, what's up, Born Scooby Don? Good to see you. But like I said, I hope that Dee stops by and lets us know what the situation is if she will be going live, because she'll be going live directly after me. So, and then there's another reason I went live a lot earlier too, was just to give her the opportunity as well. And because I also had a day off today. That's why I was able to beat Godan to that video. So.
Yeah.
That's right,
Good job.
That's right, Godan. Not every day. Just because I got a new job and everything else doesn't mean that you're going to always get the jump on me. No.
Hey, so Zalon, what is it they call you at your new job?
Oh, Papi Chulo.
Papi Chulo, that's right. Papi Chulo.
And it sounds so awesome, but just means pimp daddy. Or what was it? What Dee said. It also can be referring to someone who is a pretty boy. So.
Oh, nice. Papi Chulo.
Yeah, Papi Chulo. And then they go, whenever I walk up, like, a bunch of them call me that now. So I could be, like, walking by, going one way, one's going the other way, and they're like, hey, Papi Chulo, you know? And that's all it is. That's all it is. They don't know my real name. So it's okay, though. It's okay. But the good thing is, I do know what they're actually, they are mentioning me, because I can hear them say something, Papi Chulo, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, talking about me. So, that's why. That's why I incorporated that. What's going on, Jupiter King of Fire, Zalon, and everyone? What's up? We got good weather here in Kansas. Nice. We had a rain day today. So, I do have Prometheo and Bo here on Discord with me. Blade A, what's going on? Good to see you. Marcus Memfrey, when are they going to make an event for a new Titan Ares? I don't know, Marcus. Maybe, since Ares would be a god, in a month, 2 months, 3 months situation, because I know they're going to always keep the god Titans semi spread out. Not pretty boys Zalon, right, Blade A? They're not going to ever put the gods back to back when it comes down to events. Michael Marlowe, how's it going? You know, I'm grinding. Doing good, Michael. So how's your top 50 chase going, Michael Marlowe? Let us know where you're at. At least they don't call you Gringo. Yeah, well, we take pride in Team Gringo. That there's myself, my buddy, and another. I was semi-young. I don't want to say young because he's like only a few years younger than me. But
so Papi Chulo, is that Spanish?
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Papi Chulo, de Presidente de la Nación de Leción.
Okay.
It was Papi Chulo, President of the Procrastination Nation.
Nice. Very nice.
According to Google Translate, because I no speak the English. Oh, sorry, no speak the Spanish.
Well, see, that's why I also said that if I take on my Spanish identity of Papi Chulo, if we ever get in any, if we ever get pulled out, because being landscapers and stuff like that, periodically, if you go down certain roads that are not supposed to have no truck traffic on it and stuff like that in Pennsylvania, they'll pull you over and stuff like that. And it's just stupid crap because you're obviously got trailers and everything else, and you're not, and if they ever, I said if that ever happens to us, I just would pretend to be like, oh, my name's Papi Chulo, no speak English, and just be the whitest boy ever. But
you should start an alternate channel the Papi Chulo channel and just do the whole thing in like broken Spanish.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Well, some of us might find that funny, Bo. I'm not sure that it would be the best move.
See.
Well, it was like broken English with a heavy Spanish accent. How about that? Is that better?
Blade says K ta Michael Zalon S Papi Chulo. Oh man, dropped to 135 last. I checked. Oh, Michael Marlowe, it's rough. It's rough. Marcus says makes sense. Thanks Zalon, no problem. Seablade, hence Brato Dice Kie SL Papi Chulo. See, I don't know what the rest of it means. But Jupiter King of Fire says no. All right. Let's see. Let's keep the grind up. I'm gonna have to pull a couple relics now because I was gonna get that 4-3-2-1, but I just waited too long. So here we'll pull a few more relics.
Yeah, well, now you can show people what happens when you don't buy the
Yeah.
pack.
When you don't
and you
buy
pull the relics instead.
Yeah, you get 2 stars. We'll pull another one. See what happens. We, says John McGinnis. Or oi. Double 2 stars?
It's we. It's pronounced we. Come on, Zalon.
I said oi second. I said we first. Oh, wow. And a 1 star? Another 1 star? Okay, I'm done. 2 2 stars and 2 1 stars. It's horrific. All Miranda's not pleased, and neither is Papi Chulo. That's the other thing, too. Because I never ever thought that talking in the third person would ever be kind of funny, but when it comes down to calling myself Papi Chulo, I think it's funny. Because, like, for instance...
Yeah, there you go.
When some days when we start at the shop and we clock in and everything else, sometimes we got like a 45-minute drive time to a first job and 45 minutes back at the end of the day, which is nice. Trust me, it is hard labor the entire time. So it's no sitting in any kind of air conditioning or heated places. You're out freezing cold and 30 and 40 degree weather doing landscaping work, and it's not easy, but at the same time, it's decent pay. But with that drive time in the beginning and the end, riding the other day, I was just riding, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just looked over at my buddy and I said, "Papi Chulo enjoys the drive time," And since then, it's been like a thing, yes.
That's funny. Hey JJ, welcome. What's up? Rock Slide, welcome. Welcome to Discord.
Look at this.
Hey.
Getting a bigger crowd on Discord. Nice.
Zalon, I'm not going to lie to you, brother. I didn't know you were streaming, and I was going to... never mind.
No, JJ, no! Don't tell me that. Well, you could go right after me. You could go right after me, JJ. You can go right after me, and I'm only going to be another 45 minutes.
I have spent the last 2 hours trying to do an executive summary in a 15-minute video, and I just said, you know what? I got frustrated. I'm spending more time. I could do an XSum and go live in 20 minutes, and I spent the last 2 hours trying to edit and format. Ugh.
It's so no. You just need to do straight run. Why can't you just do straight run?
Well, because you got to pre-record the data. You got to pre-record the stuff, and then you got to cut and edit, and then you got to do a voiceover. And
no, I don't understand why you still can't do a straight run. Doing a straight run means you press record, you say everything and show everything all at the same time, and then when you finish the video...
You just pretend it's a live stream.
Okay, so here's the thing. On an iPhone, the audio
say no more.
record is 2 separate. There's an internal and an external. I got a checking account and a savings account. And it takes 2 days for me to record a pre-recorded video. And you can't just do that. So you have to record the video, and then you place it on iMovie, and you have to do the voice after the fact. So,
iPhone problems, real world iPhone problems.
Yeah.
And
but everybody run out and buy one because they're so much better than Android. Gotcha. Understood.
Right. But I didn't know you were on, man. So I'm happy. I'm glad you're here. So yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, JJ. If D is not gonna stream after me, which is still on the rocks, we don't know. And I'm not talking about my drink either. We're talking about D possibly not streaming this weekend. It's not a good thing, but
we know.
You know. But anyway, if that's the case, then JJ is gonna pick up right after me with an executive summary. Is that correct, JJ?
Sure. Yeah. All right. I might cut out first and do a few things if that's the case, and then come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna, Hootie's coming out.
Is he? Oh
Hootie's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Bo, I just sent you an invite. I just sent you a request for an invite. I just updated my device. I haven't used Hootie in a long time.
In game. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't think I'm a leader because, King Jesus says, Queen Jesus says that I can't be a leader if I don't have in the top half of the alliance. So.
Oh, I'm gonna get back up there. Don't you worry. Papi Chulo's doing a good job.
What happened to Bo is the bar?
Oh, well, Bo got really busy.
Bo is still the bar, but there's a different bar for a star.
Mm-hmm.
So he's at the bar.
I'm below the star. I'm below the bar star, but I'm below the star bar, but I'm at the Bo bar.
Jesus.
Okay. Say that 5 times fast.
I'm below the star bar, but at the Bo bar. I'm below the star bar, but at the Bo bar.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Prometheo. All right, so John McGinnis says, "Oh crap, tokens pulls more." Yeah, right. The Great Old One says, "I feel like a DG pool." I don't know. DG pools come with likes. We have to have a good amount of likes on the stream for DG pools because we do have the possibility. I did one DG pool the last live stream, not the very last, but probably 2 streams ago, I think it was, and that was the Guardian 5-star. So I did get a 5-star, and I was due up for it. Which Dromediddle definitely said that, but it wasn't the 5-star I was really looking for. But I now at least have it. You rock the third-person references. Thank you, Blade A. Slow event. I'm 3,559th place with 3,092 souls. Not normal for a Friday, right? It does seem like just overall slow, based on the fact that there's no... what's it called? It was funny. We even saw... there's no Crazy Joker at the top. But I did see down here, within top 50, that there was... Hold on. Lazy Joker at 48. So I don't know if that's Crazy Joker or not. I will need to have some sort of confirmation on it. But that would be funny if Crazy Joker was, of course, Lazy Joker, but still in top 50 anyway, regardless. All right, so...
Looks like his way of writing it.
That is true. It does. All right, I take my dislike back from a DG pull on your stream. Kidding. Yeah, it's channel. That does happen, though. It's mostly kids, though. All right, let's see. Let's see how many likes there are, just in case. 15? I like to get at least above 30. At least above 30. If you want to see a DG pull. That's Crazy's old teammate. Oh, is it, John? Thank you for coming on and letting us know. It's his old teammate. Okay.
Oh, real nice. My mini just got a $5 gem deal.
Oh yeah, it's because you never spent on there.
I know. I never have, never will.
There you go.
They're trying to get me to spend $5. They think I'm cheap.
Mm-hmm. You're a treat.
I am cheap.
You're a cheap Friday night date.
Yeah. Hey, at least I'm a date.
There you go, Rock Slide.
Cheap is better than nothing.
Like so we can all witness a 3-star hero soul, everyone. Yeah. So if anyone on the stream didn't get to hear the opening to this live stream, where Prometheo and Bo and myself all did a little bit of Urkel action. Make sure you...
Did I do that?
That's right. Got any cheese? Make sure you watch the beginning of the stream over again.
I gotta admit, the Urkel reference caught me by surprise. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I did it for Valorn because I couldn't, not think of that when we had the cold serving cheese relic.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I already know what the thumbnail for this one's gonna be. I already got it. You just gotta put that cheese platter in someone else's hands. Look at Almoran just taking on all those Imperials. So, Rockslide, how far did you say you were going to be going in this event?
I'm for sure going to go to Volstan.
Okay, yeah. I am too, and again, after this, do I think I'll get another one? Am I interested in getting 2 Volstans? Not really. But am I interested in getting this one over the old one? Yeah. So, I mean, that's why this event for me is like I'm going to. But if for some reason there's like any opportunity to get Volstan in the future after this, I'm probably just obviously the same one with these kind of skills. I'm just not going to go for it. That won't be a reason anymore. So a lot of people, of course, have already checked off Volstan off their list, or even if they already, or if they're just not interested at all. So that's why I feel like this event is very, very low on how many souls everybody's getting, just because of, not saying nobody's doing this event, because remember, DOT community, when you say that kind of stuff, it's actually not true. There's people playing the event because they're just playing the game. But the soul counts, there's just, it's nowhere near where a normal individual event with a brand new Titan, untested, that's the thing, an untested brand new Titan. Now, the new stats for this Valoran stand haven't been fully tested at 60 yet, from what I've seen. Obviously, that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened yet already, because this could be listened to after the fact. But yeah, there is still possibilities that after this event is all over, there's going to be a few people that come up with, hey, look, he's way better than he actually was perceived as, which has happened many times before.
I can say that about the old Volstan, I've fused away at minimum 4 of them already.
Right?
Yeah, I've never got a good one. And yeah, one time when I felt like I was rich, I did 2 back-to-back guaranteed 4-star Titan pulls or whatever, and it was a Guardian pull thing, and I don't remember what I was hoping for at the time, but I got 2 Volstans back-to-back.
Where did you get a guaranteed 4-star Titan pull? When did that happen?
No, like when you spend the 60K.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was feeling baller.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can't even have kids anymore, can you? You just got kicked.
Oh yeah, it was rough. The ache was there for ages.
Oh man.
Saved me a lot of future money though, huh?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I never did the pull after that kind of pull after it. I'd done a couple before that, and I'd gotten good stuff. But yeah. And it wasn't like good Volstans either. They were all just trash. Three different troops. They
all are, man. The skill pool is so massive that I mean, if you can get 4 of the same troop skills, you're doing great. But they're such terrible skills.
Yeah. Oh my god, I got one that had 4 militia skills and he was still garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So, King Joshua says, Z, is Shooter ever going to stream again? If you know, has anyone here seen or talked to Shooter McGavin? Because I unfortunately have not. So
No, sir.
it could be a work thing, or it could be a interest situation. But I don't know. He always seemed like he enjoyed the game thoroughly, so I think it might be a work thing. So, the Great Old One says, let's talk about this new Titan, Marok. I mean, we've mentioned a few times already, but people are thinking it's Ragnar. Besides from that,
We already saw the skills, didn't we?
correct. Bo and I were talking about that before the stream, actually. JJ, would you like to rattle off again, these are supposed skills, because even stuff that is shown in screenshots taken from anything now could easily be modified or changed before they're actually put in the game. But go ahead.
So according to a screenshot that some of you may know, you can pull you can look at your game files. Somebody found what appears to be the game files for a new Titan, and what it says is Ranger Golem female, super rare. So that's just they give these standardized names, and from the looks of it, it's going to be a female version of Calvarax. It's a ranger, we know that. Golem, we're not so sure what that means. She kind of looks to me like a Ragnar, just from the way the look is and the name and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the skills are basically Calvarax skills, where they're buffing skeletons on a couple of skills and pikemen on a couple of them. But of course, like Zalon said, they can always change that information.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know
No.
that's Marok, but yeah.
It does say that it has 6 skills, which is...
All of them say they have 6 skills in the... Yeah, they do.
That's one thing that I've noticed is that it says that only 5 skills are unlocked, but they're programming in the Titans with 6 skills as though someday they might unlock another skill.
Yeah.
That's true. It does say starting...
They're covering their hind end just in case.
Yep.
Yeah. But it actually looks less like kind of like a 3 Skelly skills and 2 pikeman skills, I believe. So it's kind of more like a cross between an Almirand and Calvarax, and just instead of having 2 Calvarax skills for the 2 Skelly skills for Calvarax, now you're having 3, kind of like Almirand.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I have a Calvarax with 3 Skelly skills.
oh, I take it back. I haven't used my Calvarax too much, so I take that back.
Didn't they
love
change that
Calvarax.
the second time Calvarax came out? Didn't he used to have 3 imps and 2 skeletons, and now it's different?
No, this is an original Calvarax right here. With my...
Oh, so it's 3.
It is
3 and 2.
It is 3 and 2. And I never cared about my Imperial skills, to be honest. I never thought anything about them. I'm like, oh, armor piercing and resist against fire. I don't care. You know, even though Imperials resist against fire isn't bad, because Grenadiers do tear up Imperials. So
Yeah, it's way more different when you have your Skellies as meat shields, and then you have ranged attackers.
yeah, I love the fact that I got all offensive on my Calvarax, and I got all defensive on my Almirand, making it so that I was able to play those 2 different styles and not be like all mixed up, because the mixes are, I think, a little bit harder to play with, because you're just not really focused on one or the other. For relics.
Yeah.
Because I just was like, oh, well, I'm just going to do, Almirand this certain way because of it. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's a great brand. That's really good.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why I got the Doom pauldrons on here with the health. Even though it's Skelly damage, it's also got Gren damage, though, too. But that 64% Skelly health is awesome. And then, of course...
Yeah, Tainted Heart's good, too. Yeah.
And I'm going to put the Tainted Heart on here, too, as well. That's my last relic that I'm going to be putting on. But the Skeleton Ring, I have 3-star and 4-star on here, because both give health and armor. That's all even though people would say, well, the 3-star, why would you use that? It's like, but this gives health and armor, compared to giving one of the other 4-stars that's going to give offensive skills. So
I like I use both 4-stars just because you get more spells. When you use 2 4-stars, Then you got 6 skellies that you can drop really quick. That's personally why I use it. I use it more so for the spells than the skills.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
you're going to be better off with the Ancestral Heart or the Blood Vial if you get it.
Well, I do. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, just goes. Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to have I just like to boost the armor stat up as high as I can because I have, of course, 2 armors and then a health on there. So.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
But you don't really need that much armor for ping pong.
Well, I like to use Olmerand during like TOWs and anytime I feel like I can bring him into castle attack, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge fan of Olmerand. I've been using him for war all week.
Do you have a Cloak of Hades for him, Zalon?
I actually had I was using Grenadier relics. What's it called? I had Doomfire on there, and I also have what was it? A Flame Volley.
Yeah, if you have a Cloak of Hades, you should throw it on when you're using it, because that's a really good relic for those Omegas.
True.
But I can see why you might want Doomfire when you're ping-ponging, because that gives you the spell.
Yeah. Which is fun.
So Kool-Aid referenced my latest video, and you mentioned it earlier. I would just say, one thing about the way that I did that analysis is, I went through and I found the highest damage build against each of those, and the relative ranking is by, what the best attacker is against each, of the best defenders in the game. And, a lot of people could have trouble with Volstan in the current formulation because he has so much armor. And, a lot of folks don't necessarily include that much armor pen in the build. They just use damage and crit to get through, and they have a pretty decent amount of armor piercing, but aren't really building to max it out. And so I would just say, keep in mind that you might have to adjust your relics a bit so you can get more armor piercing, because when you're talking about over 250 armor, the game kind of shifts towards armor piercing in a big way. But if you go in and you download my spreadsheet, I built a filter where you can figure out how to maximize your damage with the relics that you've got. And I'll do more videos to show you how to do that in the future.
Awesome. I just posted a link to your most recent video, so everybody can just click on that and be able to go to the video that we were referring to. So for anyone watching now or rewatching later, you can always click on the live chat button if you're rewatching later and can see the chat right now that is going on, even though this has already been recorded. And you can click on that link and go to the video that we're talking about, which is Prometheus' channel, and check it out. His spreadsheets are pretty awesome. Here's Jimbo Joker, and he's got some Pongland set up. That's not bad. I'm just trying to grab a bunch of gold, though, too, at the same time. Let's see. I don't want to skip anybody's stuff. I want it the way you described. That gave me such a warm fuzzy. The great old one's nice. So, see Prometheus' new post. New Volstan is a good way behind Kronos and Urkon on defense. Yep, there you go. Zalon, how many max level Titans do you have? I have, I don't know, 4 or 5? 4? I think it is. Valorn, Daedalus, close. Maybe I only have 3, because I have a bunch in the 50 range, but and Korthan's at like 58. So yeah, probably about 3, I'd say at this point, but probably somewhere in like the 6 or 8 in the 50s. So. And again, when I get them up to 51, my concentration immediately usually, especially if they're an attacker. If they're a defender, I take them to 60. If they're a attacker Titan, there's no reason for me to rush them to 60 because I actually want to play with them. As soon as they hit 60, just not feeling the, hey, you're wasting the XP. But at the same time too, you do have as soon as you get your attackers up to 60, they're more viable in cases of war and taking down people's garrisons. So always keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's a huge boost to get that last relic if you're going up against castles, but otherwise you probably don't need it. Yeah, one last thing on my video. Thanks for linking to it, and for anyone who wants to dive into the spreadsheet that I show, I've posted links in the comments section on my video.
Nice, there you go.
That's good, fellas.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We got
Hello.
We got Vintage in the house. Actually, as soon as I clicked, because of course my tablet goes dark every once in a while, but as soon as I clicked it, Bo's name disappeared and Vintage's name reappeared in the exact same spot. So that was pretty cool.
Gotta have somebody to represent
Yeah.
the militia.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome. So how are you enjoying the event, Vintage?
Yeah, getting some grind time. I'm actually I'm doing one of the hardest things in the game. I'm leveling my divine touch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Man, what a
That's not
slog.
that bad, man. Do it during the combat.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. So, yeah, grinding, leveling,
Nice.
thing.
Now, who are you grinding the event with, Vintage?
Again.
I said, who are you grinding the event with?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm. He's good.
Yeah, doing my skeleton thing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about the potential for style Calvarax Ranger. Man,
Right?
that could be fun.
Right? I mean, everyone wants to know, including you, Vintage. We all know you posted a video about what's coming up next. Everyone wants to know what's coming up next. So, if that was the case, it does look exciting.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of videos I got to get out. I was thinking about trying to get one out tonight. I got a video everyone's gonna love and hate, because that's the stuff I like to do. I like to think about things and
You like to walk the
so
line?
forth.
You like to walk that line?
Absolutely. If my videos don't get at least 5 dislikes, I'm not doing my job.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and then I got a couple I want to get out. Big one. I hope I can get it out on Sunday. I don't know. It might get into next week because to focus on one topic in this game, right? So, in order to fix balance, you can't ignore war, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like arm wrestling both at the same time, and I got to figure out how to approach this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting into it with Drumadiddle today on Band about, where war is. He was echoing a lot of the things you said about it.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just it's so big, it's so deep, and everyone has their opinions, right? And of course, having a YouTube channel, I get to spew my opinions out there. Love them, hate them, whatever, right?
Let's debate them, right?
Debate them, exactly, because and this is why I want a War Summit so freaking bad. If you can get 10 or 15 people deep into a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
learn stuff, and you can really come up with something cool. I've always believed in collaboration. And war is one of those things.
It's true.
Max Castle guy, I have my perspective. And yes, I am biased because I can't help it. I've been Max Castle for, a year and a half.
Yep. So you're gonna
so
you have that perspective. You have that perspective. Yeah.
the Castle 1819 guy comes to me and says, well, you can't balance the game because then the lower castle guys don't have a chance. That's one perspective, but then is it balanced? So we kind of got to define what's balanced. I mean, I have my opinions, and half the players in this game are going to hate what I think should happen. Okay, but that's what wonderful. Let's argue about it and try and figure out something good. I got some pretty radical ideas on balance, and like I said, I think at least half the players in the game are going to hate what I think would be balanced. But so the things that kind of pollute our judgment is other games.
Yeah.
Other games.
Yeah.
And I have that perception of what I think is balance, as where other people play different games and they have a different idea, right? So
yeah, you're right on that. Definitely right on that. Because
big time arguments during the Ranger meta. I thought the Ranger meta was the stupidest thing this game's ever had. And then there's other people that lived for it, and they quit because they could no longer attack 10 levels up, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is true. Yeah, going to sleep. Thank you, Ian Rogerson, for stopping by. Kool-Aid says, drop it, great Game Rescue. I'm an addict to pro defense videos.
Yeah.
What's up, Jamie?
Anyway, I didn't want to get on here and so other folks jump in.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's Ether says, spill the beans, Vintage. I would love to hear your balance theory. So spill those beans, Vintage. Make those videos. Well, that's what the community wants.
Rooted in, like I said, you know, there has to be a line, right? As in balance line. Some people think, well, a Castle 19 should be able to defeat the absolute apex, top of the shelf Castle 25 Garrison. I don't think that's balanced. You know, if you look at other war games, there's a tier structure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but if you're Castle 17, I'm sorry, you got to put in the work. You got to develop your Titans. You got to develop your relics. You got to upgrade your troops. That's life. It's a war game. There's losers, right? But that's the challenge. That's the challenge. A lot of people get too hung up on, oh, I lost a battle, and that means I suck or whatever. No, man. No.
It means you tried, and maybe you need to do something different. That's all.
Exactly. That's how you learn, man.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I understand everybody likes being successful. I have a different definition of successful. You know? He has just the most ludicrous garrison you can think of. And I fail at it 3 times. And then I get it the 4th time. Oh. Makes it even sweeter. Because it was hard.
There you go. And that's a perspective from a Castle 25 that when you have played so many easy battles, it just gets so repetitive that you need that challenge. So,
exactly.
Preach, Vintage. Preach, says Kool-Aid. Says Kool-Aid.
Yeah. You know, it's what do you want out of your entertainment, you know, either dollar or time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been the guy that play board games. I want to play Settlers of Catan. I want to play hard games, and I want to play against the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more fun. I'd rather lose occasionally, because if you win every single time, I mean, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
The problem is you can't lose anymore with the new whatchamacallit, with the new Zeus. He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
You've seen Drum's video, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to use that video.
100% resist against lightning and 49% resist against ranged. Still. Yeah, it's as good as it gets. He's unstoppable.
That's the one that's at the top of my defense rating that I posted yesterday.
It doesn't matter, though.
I'm going to do a forensic analysis of that video. That's one of the videos I want to make.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler for you.
Yeah.
The total army health, I'm talking that garrison, is almost, okay, we talk about, oh my gosh, this thing hits for 100,000 damage, right? Army he faced had a combined health pool of almost $250 million. Stupid is that attack.
It is. It's absolutely stupid. When there's no point, really. It's all about speed. I mean, everybody knows that. When it comes to war, it's all about speed. But Zeus has really ruined the game for me. When I can build 100% resist against lightning and as effective as I can, and somebody still comes in with a lightning titan, to me, that's the game's. It's the game. I've lost it. I don't even care about the. You know what I mean? It's such
not a challenge.
Foul taste in my mouth. Why would you even have resistance if it's useless? Now it's not useless for other titans because people go and there's a bunch of people who failed against my Kronos, and I switch the resistances up all the time.
I have too.
When
I've gotten defenses with my Kronos against Zeus's a couple of times.
Yeah, but I assume that's just because the player doesn't know how to play. When somebody else comes through and has the same, has a Zeus, and I don't even want. I'm going to stop talking because I'm frustrated.
And you're headed down the road where I'm headed in my thoughts as far as what's balance.
Yeah,
I've always believed if you have a top shelf titan, a top shelf defensive titan, right relics, you have the right setup to resist an element, and someone brings that, they should lose.
You should at least stop that element. I get it, and then lose, and then they come back with poison and they win. I get it.
Exactly. That's exactly where I'm at.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. And which is why you saw the comment I made. We don't really need 100% resist against ranged or 100% resist against melee. But in reality, that's my Grimvald, my Paladin Grimvald wins against Zeus, but Kronos doesn't. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's
on defense right now, Paladin Grimvald, because you have to stack something on top of elemental resistance.
Yeah, well, just having 100% resist range, you're stopping Zeus. That's it.
Right.
That's the only thing you need to stop Zeus. That's the only thing you can stop Zeus with.
Well, but that's not stop lightning. You still have to resist the lightning.
It gets a lot more stops than my Kronos. I'll put it that way. If they know to use the lightning, then they don't.
My Paladin Grimvald is resist lightning as well. Plus, I have the old school 5-star and Gungnir. So
yep, yeah, same.
Well, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I have a very similar setup. I have the Paladin Grimvald.
Yeah.
Again, that's the kind of garrison. If someone comes in with an all range and they lose, hey, just come back with Panthers and you win.
And exactly. That's
the way it should be.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, you can say what you want about the Titan X skill meta that we've just departed with all these summoners, but there was definitely a sense that you had to look for resistance holes in order to beat the best defenses. And I think where we are now, people are mostly upset, not just because there's a lot of damage in the game that can overwhelm a great defense, but because of the way that Zeus and the tactics that are available there make him a one-stop shop.
Yep, he beats everything.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean? Not everything, but...
Yeah, that's what the point I was making is you bring in one Titan, roughly 95% of the IP in the game. It's junk. 95% of the IP in the game is now junk.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Kronos is just as overpowered as Zeus, and it's difficult to say which one negates more of the old meta, in my opinion.
I agree. I think it's kind of a summoning thing in general. you kind of knew it was coming because we knew what skeleton play. Eliminate defensive ranged units. They're just not even part of the game anymore.
Oh, absolutely. It's a joke.
When you start removing of things from the game, you're something's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is why all the conversations about Zeus on, well, not really, because if you put it in the imps, but then he still gets fired up with Almoran's Grenadiers. So Zeus is not, to me, is never going to be defensive.
I agree.
So
I'm sure he'll stop some.
So we got a couple things from the comments that I want to read real quick. It does pertain to the conversation. So Zeus PP says, "Did you watch Prometheo's video on Volstan? 323 armor is interesting versus Zeus if 90% resist lightning works." So big shout outs. You know, people don't even know, but Zeus Prometheo is actually right here in Discord, as well as Vintage Rockslide and JJ. So big shout out to him.
There's truth in the statement that would actually have more coverage. You'd have 90% coverage with the element, 75% coverage with less damage gets through than if you have your 50% resist ranged. But the problem on, of course, Volstan is that the health pool is vastly smaller than like the Chronos you'll see in that video.
Yeah, exactly. The health pool is a lot smaller, and you can still get over 250 armor piercing on Zeus. The highest damage build that I had against the 323% armor build, Zeus is getting to 288 armor piercing. And you can even get higher than that by using the Hermes standard for your Omegas. So, the Cerberus just does so much better against that because there's an ungodly amount of armor piercing on the Omegas.
Right. Yeah. Archer builds are completely nutty when it comes to, just armor doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, the great old ones, yes. Well, my live streams kind of turn into their own roundtables on a pretty regular basis when we have more than 3 people on Discord. So yeah, it gets to be quite nice. But yeah, roundtables, conversations like this get to be a lot of fun.
Look at what John McGinnis said there.
Oh yeah,
he fought a Chronos with 100 with capped lightning resist and low ice resist. Lost with ice, won with lightning. Yeah, what? How's that work?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what this means, and it's going to piss a lot of people off, I don't even want to say it, but there's really only one solution.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
I'm just going to hold my tongue. But there's really only one solution. And I think they're going the opposite way in next week. I think they're actually going in the exact opposite direction. It sounds like it with the AI buff. But
and my big concern is that the next thing they're going to do, like the Spearman Summoner, is going to have like a 500 million health. And it's just, no, that's not how you fix the game, right? That's just another Band-Aid on the wad of Band-Aids.
King Josh says, don't say the N-word.
I'm not going to say it.
Don't bring out the bat.
Yeah. No. But, so a Summoner Spearman could potentially combat Zeus. Absolutely, I think will combat Zeus because the troop style is different. You have platoon style instead of single unit, and that's kind of Kronos' weakness to Maidens, is that you have a single unit, so they just machine gun at them, whereas Spearmen can be a little bit more of a pain, but I still think they'll some of the Storm Maiden builds that people have out there is just absurd. Mine's pretty good, but it's nothing like some other people have. And I can take out a maxed out Kronos, and I know other people have way better builds than mine.
Well, Captain. Rick Sanchez, good to see you.
I was gonna
Go ahead.
ask JJ, were you thinking about using the N word on the Titan or the troop?
Or the spell.
The troop.
Or the spell.
No, I'm thinking the troop more specifically, which is why I said they're going the opposite direction next week with the AI. They're actually making them better, it sounds like. The spell, sure, but the spell doesn't completely take out that much health. Mm-hmm. And if there's rumors that they're going to have spell buffing relics out soon as well.
True. That is true.
So that could play a part. Maybe this is just a limited time thing, but I think it's more so the troops. When you get Storm Maiden's crit up to 100% with X armor and X health, and then you get the extra 30% damage for Zeus on that first skill, it just shreds, man.
And if you got a Stormbringer, it's just piling on.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
It shreds.
Well, one thing about the lightning storms that I think, if there's anything that they might not excessively remove fun by doing, would be to make sure that armor works against lightning storms.
How would that come into play? Because you can't. There's no AP. How does that? I see what you're saying, but
well, they could just say that give lightning storms say 40 armor piercing or 100 armor piercing, but then if you're above that, it applies and you get the benefit of it. The same way you would if someone was attacking you. But at some point, armor should reduce the damage you're taking from lightning.
Unless you're talking about like chainmail, because then lightning would be more kinetic, right? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Well, it's the game.
It'd be the opposite.
Make it worse. Less armor would be more resistant to lightning. All right. Yeah. Everybody's trying to get as little as armor as possible.
It'll be inverse armor, right?
Yeah.
The other thing you could introduce is you could add resistance to spells and bring some more resistance to ranged into the game. Bringing back Gungnir would be one way of giving someone, giving people more access to resist ranged. But I don't know that that's going to solve anything because people didn't like it when it was easy to get max resist ranged.
I'm going to stand by my ground. It does not break the game. It frustrates people. But when you go all in on resist against range, for example, you're opening the door to melee and vice versa. I think you can absolutely have 100% resist against one or the other and not both. I mean, what's the difference between having a Valorn that's resistance against 5 different and you have one hole? It's...
my primary problem when they had the whole Shadow Dancer debacle, my big problem with that, honestly, was the fact that they picked a day and said, okay, if you have Shadow Dancer as of today, you are anointed, you're special, and you get infinite resistance, but no one else can have it. Tough shit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No, I agree.
If they make it accessible, if they make it equally accessible to everyone, I can totally agree with that, JJ.
I agree with your point as well. I think they should bring it back to 95. Why not? And make everybody that's got one that's 75 buff it back up to 95. It should be fair and equal across the board, but I don't think having 100% resist against one damage type breaks the game. I think on the contrary, I think it's almost kind of could be helpful at this point.
You're right, especially for Zeus,
Yeah.
Or you could even if you could have a way, imps, you can get them to 85% resist range, but if you could get them to 100%, it might mess with people, and then you'd have to bring in cats.
Yeah. And that's all you do. You just have to, okay, I lost with Zeus. Then you come in and you bring your Artemis. And
exactly. That's always the way I thought it should be. If you have an apex defense and someone's attacking you with something you resist, the defense should win.
Absolutely. The fact that my Chronos with 100% lightning resist gets murdered time and time again all day long against the Zeus. Not anything else. They're just using Zeus. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I can get maybe 2 hits off before they get 1, but not always. Because some of them are using the glitch, and so my Goliaths aren't even summoning. And so they're getting through my castle pretty quickly, and it's like, how is that possible? It should not be like this.
And if you watch that Drumadiddle video real close, like a minute and 30 seconds, okay? A minute of it is kiting. He does all the damage in 30 seconds.
It's absurd.
It's totally insane.
I'm glad you're doing something with that video, because I actually had to record some battles, but when I saw his, I was like, well, my content's kind of useless now because I'm not as fast. But that's
the video is, not only to show the players to make the case that this is ridiculous, but also to show the development team, okay, this is now the only thing happening in your game.
Yeah. Kiwasabi, there's a glitch out there where somehow you can magically make summoners not summon. I don't know how it works.
Let's not proliferate exactly what it's all about right now. But it does exist and it needs to be addressed. Let's just say that.
I don't know how it works. I just know people are talking about it in the chat. Which, huge shout out to the Log Hit Squad, because Alt Guard is now number 1 in server 2, and they just, it's been ugly. They pissed a lot of people, and I'm on there, but I'm doing my little 2 cents, because it's nothing compared to these guys. I thought I was fast, but goodness. Anyway.
I miss war. I really miss war.
Yeah? It's a different aspect of the game, and it's very rare nowadays. True, pure war is very rare. So I'm actually feel kind of honored to be a part of it. I didn't know this is what I was getting into when I got the invite, but it's fun to be a part of it. It's fun to watch and to take part in. But there's pure war going on, pure and.
The last actual war I was in was trying to get promoted into Throne Wars.
Oh, yeah, that's war.
It's fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Speaking of Throne Wars, it's too bad we're not seeing that come around, but I really feel like they should bring some things that I liked about Throne Wars back into the game.
Throne Wars is fun. If you want to find out what kind of an attacker you are, Throne Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. It's an ultimate test to see how your relics and Titan setups will actually do against very good defenses.
Yeah. So, I was going back and forth with Drumadiddle about the state of the game. He was complaining about how the game has become... Oh, look, D just joined. Hey, D, how you doing?
What's up, D? Can't join without...
She muted herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So I was saying, what if there were crystal lands, like from Throne Wars, that as long as you held them, would give you soul? I mean... Think about how that would change the way people play events.
Say that again?
What if you could have crystal lands that you could claim that would give you souls as long as you were holding them?
Kind of like the Shard Island?
Yeah, something like that.
So people are just capping those all the time, and you sit on one with bubbles, and you get your mini to bubble all your soul lands? Is that what you're saying they should do?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that you wouldn't be able to bubble them, and people would have to fight over them. And the only way you get to keep them and get extra souls would be if you have a defense that can actually stop somebody. Now,
you have to defend
in mind that Zeus would be wrecking all of that, but just saying.
be a cool concept. Almost like a non-stop capture the flag thing.
Yeah, sure. People would be just grinding to get those, all the time, and they'd be getting souls doing the event with good titans, and you'd be out there with your best attacker trying to increase your soul churn rate.
Kind of a king of the hill deal.
Yeah.
And whoever can hold on to the most, the longest, that'd be fun. I'd be in for that. I'd try it.
So Bone Wobble says they have not fixed a lot of glitches. Go watch the people that can collect unlimited lands and get minimal go off them. Why they keep collecting max VP off of them? Okay, thank you for letting us know. Shia, what's up, y'all? The great ones. I want a player on player attacks. They said most definitely not going to be happening, but just Dougie Fresh. Let's just add the maps from Throne Wars, and it would be a nice step up. Yeah, agreed. Throne War maps definitely were a lot different than what we're used to on the regular Garrison situation. So.
I think it'd be just a big mistake if they don't bring Throne Wars back. In whatever fashion or form. I think they need to. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like you already have the code in there. People like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should definitely still be a thing like that. Now, do you think it should be brought to lower leagues, or do you think it should still be left in Legend League?
Yes. And maybe that's the issue, right? Is that their servers can only handle in one league, therefore they don't want to tick everyone off. I don't know. They don't tell us what the issues are.
Mm-hmm. They had it in Masters League the first time, if you remember. It was in Legends and Masters, and then
best event ever, where everybody got cool stuff.
Well, not everybody, but the alliance I was in got cool stuff. But yeah.
Right.
That was a Talus, right?
Yeah.
Talus.
Back then he was a boss.
Gems.
Yeah. Well, some people got a level 51 and others got like a level 1. So there was a big difference between which one you got.
Right.
So, I got a 51.
Me too.
Me too.
But not everyone did. So you don't want to rub that in too much. But.
Oh, I don't mind rubbing it in a little.
Of course. Just like Ice Mall. Yeah. John McGinnis says, I have a feeling they're just making a new game and this is on the back burner, DOT2 or whatever it is. It feels like this game is just being watched. Well, I'll be honest, John McGinnis, games that are just going on back burner, we did have a week without the live stream, but they wouldn't put even a dev live stream out on a week-to-week basis. If they start going every other week or once a month on the dev live stream, then you have some serious things to worry about, because yes, you are absolutely correct. But if they continue to do a week-to-week dev live stream, that's still add in everything else that they got going on, I don't believe it is in that kind of like what we refer to with other games as like an autopilot, basically, where they're not doing anything whatsoever. I have played games where they have gone to autopilot. I've watched it happen, and there's a major difference, and you can tell. It's like there's no new events anymore, and there's no new Titans anymore. If we start seeing like almost not like only one brand new Titan every month or every other month, then yeah, you got major things to be concerned about. But
that's the early seasons. Yeah, there's still a development team. They're still making new stuff.
Yeah. So
I just think they've let the game kind of go off its rocker a little bit when they implemented some of this, and I don't think they did good testing, honestly.
Well, my question is, you realize that right now the SPPs are testing a new feature that they're going to be hopefully adding in the new 1.31 right now. So when and so
I can hear D clear her throat and then
so anyway, so with that said, when it comes down to their initial testing before and not. I just don't know how many actual in-house testers they actually have employed, or if they just develop it and test it themselves, which probably isn't enough testing, is really what it is.
You see?
So.
You're silly.
I think you're probably right that there wasn't enough testing on Zeus, because the way that people play him is probably a lot more aggressive than the way that the developers were testing him.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
What did you had tonight, Drum?
watch them on the live
How many
stream, and
drinks have you had?
they got Zeus and they got Goliath and Grenadiers, and you're like, what in the heck are you guys doing, man?
Yeah. Taking
You
huge.
see?
Oh, and the brain's here now. Oh my gosh! If the brain got on Discord now, it would be just absolute.
No.
It would be absolute pandemonium.
We tacos everywhere.
Yeah.
Brain.
Oh, see, D and Drum are all wasted, and they want you to come on.
No, we're not.
Sure.
Yeah, you
We're playing
see.
the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Drum does not giggle, and I heard him giggling.
Yeah. Which means.
Alcohol going on.
Which means we're in good form.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just laugh it through. Don't even say anything. We're not drinking. It's okay though.
Maybe it's not alcohol. Maybe it's no.
You never know.
Just having a brownie.
Real good brownies.
Yo, the brain says let's not get carried away now. Of all people to say let's not get carried away. Really? I do hear Drunk D going. Yeah, exactly.
I haven't had a single alcoholic beverage.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say you did.
Oh.
No comment.
I'm just kidding.
I thought he called me Drunk D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain did.
I'm sober. I'm playing Magic the Gathering right now, and Drum won't let me play my cards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it just means you're beating him. That's all.
No, yeah, she is.
I am beating
See, there we go.
Around.
That's right.
Drum, I'm going to do a forensic analysis on your video, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, that's why I said it to you, man. I thought you would be a good guy to broach that subject because it's completely broken and ridiculous.
We went over some of the numbers earlier, but that army you beat has a combined effective health pool of nearly $250 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even hard too. I didn't practice that. That was just, hey, let's see if we could do this,
Yeah, and my favorite part of the video, honestly, is the fact that you beat it in 1 minute and 30-some seconds, and 1 minute of it was kiting.
Yeah.
Which came out in 30 seconds. It's insanity.
Yeah, it's totally, it's disappointing. I mean, as an attacker, I guess it's fun, but as a defender, you're kind of like, what's the point?
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, Vintage, I really like the way that you're going with this. Before you think that I'm copycatting you, I have been trying to put together a video along these same lines of showing the battle, and then breaking down the stats behind it and showing how ridiculous it is. And I think that really we need to do more of that, where we show the developers, like, look, this is a really good defense and it should stop this attacker, and it doesn't.
Yeah, because whoever's play testing doesn't know what to do with Zeus.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to know if something's overpowered, just let us at it for a week and we'll tell.
Yeah, the brain says, I wonder how many mobile devices are currently being used right now for this Discord chat stream gameplay. Well, I mean, I got three in front of me. I mean, I got the chat up on my old phone. I got Discord up, and then I got my regular phone here in front of me playing the game. So, but
You mean playing on the main or playing on the mini?
I'm playing on the main.
I'm kidding. I'm just throwing.
Well, we got D and Drum, Prometheo, Vintage, Rockslide, and JJ all here on Discord, which is awesome for this great, wonderful, cheesy Volstan Friday night stream. So,
speaking of the fun, I gotta dip out. I got something I gotta go do, but it's been fun. I may be back later, but
all right, cool. Thanks, Rockslide, for joining in.
Yep. Peace.
See you later.
So my view is that all of the problems we're experiencing in the game right now basically started with Hades. And that since Hades, they've just been trying to put out Titans that are at that same level, and that the farther we go down that path, the more it just wrecks everything.
Why Hades? Why is it? What was key about Hades that you feel as though that was a turning point?
Well, Hades Omegas are insanely powerful, and maybe you didn't necessarily notice it because you have a way of countering them when you attack them, or you don't use them with the max damage build, or you just don't like that build. But the fact is that the damage output from Hades and his Grenadiers dwarfed anything that came before him.
It did. I think that was the first million attack we saw. The first time the numbers were in the millions.
Yeah, I mean, when Odin came out, people looked at those archers and they were like, "Oh my god, the archers are crazy." And then Hades and his Grenadiers came out, and it was like, "Well, Odin is old news, not even relevant anymore."
Well, yeah, that's true, because Odin only had maybe about a month or two until he just flew right off the everybody's radar, and nobody was really talking about him anymore. Hey, Don Powers, how we doing? Good to see you. Kool-Aid says, I'm drinking, but my handle is Kool-Aid, so drinking is a given.
What you got in your Kool-Aid, dude?
Yeah, what you got in your Kool-Aid?
Soju. You guys ever had soju from Korea?
Oh yeah.
No.
It's like rice liquor.
Oh, like sake?
Yeah, it's different. It's different. They usually mix it with Kool-Aid, and I'm told, I haven't had it myself, but a lot of the military guys that go to Korea, they say you have 2 glasses of it, and standing is kind of funny. It's different. It's like sake, but
Interesting.
On the States, you got Power Punch. It's basically Kool-Aid and Everclear. It's probably similar.
Oh yeah, Four Loko.
Oh yeah, the Four Loko before they changed the recipe. Remember that? Oof. Oh, Jim Beam. Oh yeah, I'm actually finishing that up right now. I got the double oak twice barreled. Finishing that up right now. The jail juice. Yeah, Brain. Don Powers has had what you just mentioned there, JJ. Don Powers has been to the Asian countries.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The soju? Nice.
So where's everybody else at in the event right now? Because I'm only probably in like the 5K range, or maybe less. Probably less.
No, I'm skipping this one. I've only got level 15 militia, and I'm still fighting with Natural Motion about Poseidon.
Oh.
I'm in the low 9s, and
that sounds like 9.
And I got a crack at getting them. My plane leaves at like 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Gonna basically stay up and keep grinding.
There you go.
Like I said, I'm trying to level a divine touch, so I have many relics to get.
Much work to do.
My plan was to slowly grind this event all weekend, and then next thing I know, I'm buying relics and collecting Volstan. and I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what happened.
Nice.
He looks back at his phone and he's like, "What? What happened? I'm done.
This was
All
like an hour
unlocked."
and a half after the event started too. I was like, "What the hell did I just do?"
Oh my
You
god.
just went on auto.
Yeah.
I can see Drum sitting in his living room looking at his phone. His head's down, and he's like,
Please tell me you did that with a level 60 Volstan.
Oh no! I think I had a 53 fourth ed. That was my guy.
Okay.
Dan, really?
Yeah.
You kept one of those.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the latest version of Korthan, and he can have about 700,000 health. So I figure I'm just gonna level him up, and I'm gonna throw him on a VP land, and maybe he'll steal a little time from somebody that's trying to cap the land.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Dougie Fresh says I just unlocked everything, rank 351. So just unlocking everything at this very moment is roughly around 351. So
I get 2 of them.
yeah, Dougie Fresh. Kool-Aid says 3,150 rank with 36 souls. No tokens used.
I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to end up doing the drum thing because I'll grind this thing, right? Anyway. And then Sunday night will come and I'll go, I only need to get 50 more places and I can get a second one.
Yep. Now they get you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy with my first Volstan man. I don't think he's going to do amazing things at all, but he's cool. I'm okay with him. He'll get leveled, and I'll throw him on a land, and I'll grab a second one, and who knows, I don't think this is a castle defender. Maybe it's a castle defender if you shift him with Matano, and you can maybe catch an occasional green, but I don't think he's going to be doing anything great. He's just good, but not great.
Look, I think if you got the Calabash and you get decent resists for ping pong grinding, then he could be crazy good at just grinding right through everything because you throw all damage relics, like you were saying.
Yeah, I had said that, but I didn't actually work out any of the math. This was just conceptual. And then today I did go on the DOT database and I started tooling around with the builds, and I found that the damage was not very impressive. So
Yeah.
I don't know if going for your resist that you have and then damage on the rest is even applicable, because the damage was much less than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, he's never going to be Dionysus. Never.
Yeah, no, not at all.
The thing that's easy to forget is that Dionysus also gets Earth. That just multiplies everything, and then you throw the Amphora on him, and the Megas are just black. He's huge for militia damage.
Don Powers has 10 souls, and he's ranked 90K, which tells us 90,000 people that have opened their game.
Yes.
Done one battle.
Exactly.
That's good information, though.
The sad part is when he does a second battle, he's at like 40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don, do us a favor and don't do any more battles until the end of the event and report back. I'm kidding.
You can't touch your game for 3 days. It's for science.
Yeah.
It's for science, exactly. We need this.
Don Powers Alliance members are like, what happened? Vantage told me so.
Militia are fun. You want to play with militia? Volstan will be fun.
We're playing again.
So we got 25 likes. I want to see 30 likes or above, and we're pulling at least one 500 DG tonight. So.
You're selling yourself short. You could get 40.
Oh, silence.
No, silence. Drum wants to see it. Yeah.
You can't do this now.
Take the fifth one. Give me that.
Hey, Drum, your homies are a bunch of people. It's a shame you didn't make it over here this week.
What are you talking about, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, our entire leadership team kind of jumped over to the second server, so they hopped on the first line, and then I was on the second line, and it's like, oh, we've let too many go. You have to stay.
It's a shame. I have to admit, man, it was fun to watch. I did the best I could, but really, I was just deleting lands while they were tearing up garrisons.
That's all you need to do, man. Everybody plays their part.
Yep. I was doing the best I could, but shoot, man, it's sad when I've been in the alliance since like Monday, and then a couple people come in on Friday and they have more VP than me because they're just smashing garrisons so quickly. It made me feel put me in my place. But I was doing my part.
That could be you too, man. You just got to get out there and get involved.
Yeah. My problem is my activity. Like for 9 hours of the day, at minimum, I have no connectivity, and then I sleep for about 6 hours of the day. So really, the only available time I have to really be competitive is about 3 hours a day, and that doesn't cut it usually.
Doesn't cut it.
Yeah, I mean that is on the lower end of the spectrum.
I can be super active in those hours, but I'm not. My VP gets capped because I have no connectivity at work. I can't log in and every hour, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. When it comes down to going to places that don't have good connectivity, it's not like you're even gonna. Even if you had even a little bit of service, it's not like something that you would even want to risk because you're going in and you're just. What if you lost service? It'd be horrible.
Yeah, I can't play at work. I can play at my lunch break.
Hey, did you join Project X?
I was, yes. I spoke to yes, yes. I was.
All right. Enough said.
Yeah. Until yeah.
Does that make you mortal enemies?
No.
Okay.
Means we're gonna make lots of mortal enemies. Lots.
Oh, Lieutenant Lou, how are you doing? TGIF. Hope your day is going great. It is, Lieutenant Lou. Thank you for stopping by. What's up, Churro? Don Powers thinks I can get 60 likes, but how do you get 60 likes with 44 people watching? That doesn't make any sense. I know, previous likes of people that were here and left. We got 28, though. Don Powers says it's a secret. Don Powers says it's a secret.
Zalon, you remember the 8 hour, or was it 8 hours, or did it go longer than that? The 10-hour conquest.
Well, there was an 8-hour conquest stream and a 10-hour conquest stream.
Yeah, it was a 10-hour one that we. Didn't you have like 1,000 views on that at the end of the day?
Well, both of them I had 1,000 views on at the end of the stream, like automatically already, and then after that, you know.
You never had more than like 60 people on the stream.
Oh, watching at any given time? Yeah, for the most part, 60, 70, something like that. Yeah. So of course, yeah, there's a lot of rotating door situation. Although some people that do come back, their view is counted if they come back 4 hours later. You know what I mean? So it does double up on that situation.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It's time based. It's for instance, if you join back in a stream, you know, within an hour or so, then yeah, it's not going to count you as another view. But when you have a stream that goes all day like that, yeah, they're going to count people more than once. Use the Force Salon? I could use the Force on Powers. That's how I was able to do my Zeus stream and give Dee all the souls that she wanted. I had to use the Force.
So what wasn't you had to hit 40 to get what you're gonna pull divine gems?
Oh, I got 500 divine gems. I got a 5-star last time. It was the Guardian Relic though. So
nice, man. Who cares? Whatever.
I know.
You had one? Is that a double?
No, that's my first one, so I never had it before. So
yeah.
I got 2 Infiltrator and 1 Stormbringer, which is awesome, and that's my highest a 5-star that I have. But yeah, so 1 Stormbringer, 2 Night Whispers, and then the new Guardian one. So
we're at 30. We could hustle 10 more. I'm sure.
So I started watching season 2 of American Gods, and I was shocked when I heard the word Chernobog. So freaking Chernobog is an American god? That's Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, he's...
Interesting. I didn't really know about that.
And
I thought you were Russian or something.
No, well, so keep in mind, American Gods is based on a Neil Gaiman book, and he's British, and... the game designers are British, so they may have even known about it before the show.
Well, Kool-Aid's breaking down how 100 attacks per hour, 100 times 1.2 reward equals 1,200 times 3 hours times 4 days, 14,400 with no tokens used. John McGinnis says, we wanted it at 30. Oh, so because you said 40. We'll see.
My bad, man. I thought it was at 40.
No, I said 30 tonight to just be generous.
All right.
But we'll see.
How about split the uprights? 35. You're at 33 anyway.
33 anyway? All right, that's fine. We'll go with that.
I'm sorry. I thought you had it at 40. I wasn't trying.
JJ's just giving the DGs. I'm just giving the DGs away. JJ's trying to keep me. D says that I could. Yeah. D says I can ask for like 60, but we'll see. That's only when things are going super wild. This event does.
How many likes do you take shots on stream? That's the good question.
Oh well, I mean, I've been drinking this entire time, so.
I know.
I'm not sure that really answered the questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like a developer answer right there? You like that? You like that developer answer?
Yeah. So, how many likes?
Yeah. Well, I don't have much left, so it really wouldn't be. It'd be gone very quickly. But maybe the next time that I get a brand new bottle, we'll do something like that.
Let's call it 40 likes. 40 likes, and you're gonna
Finish
polish
the
it off.
Polish it off again. It's still not that much, but yeah. JJ is like the mascot. He needs a pay raise. Oh, pay raise, JJ. You hear that?
I will accept your offer.
I will accept your.
He described it wrong. JJ's the hype man.
The hype
Probably
man.
more right. That's probably more accurate.
Yeah, because something happens. JJ's always like, oh. All right, let's build a bunch more militia up, because we all know how nice and cheap and fast and expendable they are.
Kool-Aid saying he's doing 100 attacks per hour. God, that's a good pace.
That is a good pace.
That's motoring.
Yeah.
Motoring. Nice.
You've got to have ideal lands. I mean, to do it throughout the entire hour, sure, a lot of us can hit that pace, but to maintain it for an entire hour, you've got to have ideal lands. You have to have, you have to have 100 lands to be able to hit, so your ping pong partner can't leave. There's a lot of things that have to go
I think
right.
it's easier to do that with a mini then, because you're obviously controlling everything.
Right.
I tried ping ponging off my mini, and it just makes me too schizophrenic.
Yes, Shadow Cheese, that is vintage. We have D and Derm periodically jumping in here while they play Magic the Gathering, along with Prometheo and Vintage and JJ as well on Discord. So it's been quite a night. You wish there was a different storage for XP relics, makes it so annoying to scroll past them and fusing. Yes, it does. It does.
Definitely agree.
If you want to take things out of your inventory for purposes of fusion, put it onto a Titan you don't use.
There you go.
Actually do that a lot.
That's a good call. Then you don't have to look at it, right?
Yeah, it just hides it.
And you have to scroll past.
Yep, they'll pop back up when you eventually get rid of that Titan in a fusion event, but it can save you some seconds of gameplay, which, you know, anything that you have to repeat over and over again, even if it just wastes a second or two, it'll just drive you nuts after a while.
I actually have quite a few leveled Panther relics that I'm not using now, but they're leveled relics, so I just stick them on whatever the heck Titan.
You don't say another freaking mount armor.
Yeah, another freaking mount armor, right? Back in the Panther meta, I was like rolling in riches, and now it's just annoying.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, it's crazy. I have a fair amount of mount armors, but I still, to this day, only have physical.
Oh,
it's crazy. I've got dozens, literally dozens. I counted them the other day of Goliath belts, but for some reason, my mount armors are all physical. Well, the 4 stars. I got some 3 stars in various, but I don't want those. I want the 4 stars.
Yeah, I don't have fire or lightning on the 4-star mount armor, so that's some gaps. But I just got a lightning and fire resistant Bodega, and so she'll cover those.
Nice. Is resist against Titans possible with the new Volstan? I don't think so, Dougie Fresh. I think
That's elemental resist only.
Just elemental resist, just like Valorn.
And they're guaranteed to be unique. You won't get copies.
Yep. The way they put it is, as long as they're the same tier of skill, then they pull each other out.
So do you think another possibility for Titans in the future, or possible reskilling of Titans in the future, will be putting 2 tier 3 elemental resists on Titans?
You know, I was thinking about this listening to Vintage's video yesterday. I was thinking, you know, when they changed the last skill slot to no longer pop resistance on Paladins, they should have moved all the skills down so that you could get the tier 3 in the next slot down, and that was a clear mistake on their part.
Because having that 90% out of the box, dude, that was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first Freya I ever got, I had 5 unique elemental resists, you know. I'm sitting there. It didn't take me very long to have just, at the time, a god Freya.
Yeah. Look, I think anything that doesn't sum stuff now is, you know, poo-pooed.
Okay, so real quick, JJ, are you still thinking about possibly doing an X-Sum tonight? Because I will wrap up I will wrap up my stream here sooner than later, just because I would like to be able to watch your XSum and then head to bed. Because I actually have to wake up. I have to wake up early for work tomorrow. So
that might have to go. I got a phone call. So that might have to wait till tomorrow morning. I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay.
But I got a booty call while we were streaming. Not like, well, it is exactly like that, but it's strictly.
It's strictly business.
No qualifiers. No qualifiers. We know you have your priorities straight, sir.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for. Yeah, I need to. She's out with the ladies, and if I need to go pick her up or if she's going someplace else. So I don't know yet, but it's probably not a good idea.
That's a man with fire.
Okay.
Yeah. If I do, I'll do it tomorrow morning. If I don't stream, it'll be tomorrow morning.
Okay. Acceptable answer.
Yeah. We'll have coffee talk. Coffee talk.
Yeah, coffee talk from the New Yorkers.
Like Bada.
Oh, Ed's channel. I tried streaming from Oregon once, and it was a total disaster because just like hotels, I have an apartment. They cap your bandwidth. I tried streaming from Oregon once, and it was a disaster. I can only stream from home.
They don't have internet? What's going on, man?
They have internet, and the internet's pretty good. It's just they do it.
Oh.
And it's pretty draconian, too. It's, like you'll see Jaeger in certain hotels, especially during weekdays. Thing, and his streams are choppy.
Is it like that across Oregon? Is it an Oregon thing?
That's when they got rid of the whole net neutrality thing. That was, the big hubbub. It was like a year or so ago. ISPs can just decide, you're using too much of our bandwidth, and they'll limit you. And streaming, you use a pretty good amount of bandwidth, especially if you're running Discord also, and you have your stream up playing on your computer, and
Yeah.
They just say, nope, we're going to cap you. And like I said, hotels are super notorious for that.
Kool-Aid says, note, I also drunkenly posted that in global chat, so here come the stupid attacks. What did you say? 100 per hour feels slow. That means I'm doing less than one attack every 35 seconds. One every 20 seconds is my goal. Wow.
Yeah, no, the attacks are easy to do in 20 seconds. It's the load times and switching back around. Like, you can do attacks in 4 seconds, really, if you're using the ideal Grenadier attack. But loading back through the screens is what makes it tricky. They did speed it up a little bit, but
if you find the exact perfect land, you can get the battle time below 10 seconds consistently. But you can't necessarily maintain that because you have to have a ping pong partner that leaves the lands open.
Right. Yeah. If you've seen, I made a video called Speed Raids a long time ago. And those, if you use Grens and you find the perfect land, you can do it in 6 seconds, I think, or 4 seconds, whatever it was. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest possible land attack. I could be wrong, but the Grenadiers hit everything in range as fast as they can throw it, and the land's wiped out. But even then, you got to cycle through the load screens.
So Frantic says, I enjoy not doing this event and actually going slow and hitting medium lands with actual tactics. Speed raids are chores, not enjoyable gameplay. Yeah, Frantic, definitely can feel like that when you're used to doing a lot of events. or even some of
I
it.
always hit the fully populated lands just for the drops.
Mm.
It's a personal preference thing. It's not as important now with Conquest, of course.
Yeah.
You're disinterested in an event, just grind it. Get the drops, man. Level your stuff. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing this time. I have all kinds of grind time.
Well, that's good.
Pick up, I don't know, I'll call it 1,800 to 2,000 drops.
That's beautiful.
$41 I'm watching right now. 39 likes. Almost at 40. All right. Should have said 40 to begin with. All right. But anyway, with the... all right, so yeah, we're definitely in the third hour right now, and I know I'm definitely going to try to wrap up here the next 15 to 20 minutes. So, in this next 15 to 20 minutes, we'll pull a DG pool, but let's see how close we are in the soul count. 5670, not bad. Let's see what's coming up. What else am I getting close to? Oh, I'm almost a Baron. 6,000. All right, cool.
So I was kind of musing earlier about, what if they created crystal lands that would throw off souls during the event? And, my thought is, well, what if you could just use you could buy them just like a token in the temple? I don't know. Do you think people would spend gems to get a land that they would have to defend? Is the big question.
So the first thing that comes to my mind, unfortunately, is the hackers get unlimited lands and give them to their buddies.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
My thought is, why would you spend money on a land that someone is going to just steal with a Zeus?
Yeah. Maybe you get a bubble on it when you get it, and or you get like a perma bubble that doesn't go away when you do a fight, so that you can still play the event.
Well, what if soul lands aren't cappable?
Yeah, that's another way you could do it. Is you get to keep the land, but other people can steal some of the souls by grinding on it.
That's it. It still has to have a negative effect, but yes, yeah.
Yeah, so that you still get souls, but they get to claim, some part of the value of the land by hitting it.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, I must say.
Yeah, again, like crystal lands, it's like you do damage to crystal lands and then they get destroyed. So maybe there's like a total soul value, and the owner gets a portion of it. Maybe you only get part of the value when the land is actually burned off.
Tokens to change a skill on your Titan would be nice as a final reward. John Wick, that's the what Vintage has been preaching for a long time. This was maybe even very beginning of his YouTube career, which...
Yeah, almost a year ago, Titan skill reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's hilarious going back and looking at my old videos. It's so funny.
Well, you posted that recently of showing about your old, predictions for a Volstan in the future, with this event video overview that you did. So, I like that. When you went back.
It's fun to go back and look at the old videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, John McGinnis, bro. I'm so sorry to hear that.
He finished 39 in Poseidon event. I got damage versus Titan on both Titans. Oof. Yeah.
Ouch.
It's getting tails and tails.
Right.
Yeah. That stings.
Perfect scenario for Titan skill reroll.
Yeah.
You got this Titan that's awesome, except for one skill. You're not guaranteed to get that skill again. He would have a fan-freaking-tastic Poseidon.
Man, which one would you use, though? You know what I mean? You got so many different Titans. If you could only reroll one skill on one Titan.
That's the beauty, though. You know, you get to all your Titans and choose. Okay, who gets it, right? Like for me, so psyched for hell, and I got the 50-50, and I'm like, damn it, man! If I could re-roll that one skill, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, do you think a Titan reroll, when you do use it, it makes it so that you can't reroll a skill on that Titan again?
Yeah, I think part of it would have to be you can't get that same skill.
Right.
But should you be allowed to use a Titan reroll on a Titan multiple times is also my question. So,
sure.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So there should
Now, one thing that would definitely get gamed on that, people would try to get like the full melee immune.
Of course. Every single time. I'm pretty sure that's what I'd use it for.
Mm-hmm.
Or range, or to get a third range resist on my Calcor.
Yeah, I've got the double range resist Calcor. He's a beast.
I need that triple, though.
I know. Yeah, my Gungnir is busy with Grimwald. I think I might use it on Skullgrim to get maiden damage.
Ferranic is actually going back to the topic that was discussed very predominantly in the beginning of this live stream about the whole Zeus being OP situation. Just letting you know. But, yeah, Ferranic definitely touched on that a bit earlier.
Yeah, I still say that Zeus being OP is kind of a triumph of tactics over game design. And, you know, maybe they just weren't really fully thinking about the way that lightning storms are really the silver bullet against the key weakness of Storm Maidens. I don't know.
I like my lightning storms.
Don Powers is saying the same thing you are there, Prometheo. Probably can get a second Gungnir during Conquest in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stoked about that. Hopefully it's a event.
That's one of the best relics in the game, period.
Yeah.
What are the other skills on that?
So it's the 30% Titan Army lightning damage, 24% Titan Army resist ranged, and 24% troop health.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
So
That's why it's so good on Chrono.
Health is the cherry on the sundae.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So good on Kronos because you can stack it with the 5 stars, 24% range resistance, and you get all that extra health too. With the Omegas is just sick.
What's up with these orbs? I feel like I haven't seen one in a while. Yeah, John McGinnis, the orbs for some reason have started to, except for when they do like TOWs, they like to throw the orbs in sometimes, but yeah, we haven't really seen too many orbs recently, although they're readily available in the Divine Gem Altar.
I really liked it when they put it in the Alliance ranked rewards.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a good spot for them.
Yeah, because a lot of people would. A lot of times I would ask that question when we were going through the rank rewards if they were well placed, or sometimes we'd see some of the other. Because orbs, a lot of times they would put the runes, then orbs, and then runes, and then banners, and then orbs. They kind of like tiered them as which ones they think are the better of the relics when they came out with all of them. So orbs definitely are nice to be able to complete resistances on 2 of them a lot of times.
Orbs are very, very sweet, but the problem is give any additional health. I really enjoy having them, but if you use multiple orbs, on a build, I think sometimes you're selling yourself short.
Yeah, when I present my defense stats, if you see standard on something, then it usually means it's one of the builds that uses like 2 or 3 orbs, and those tend to underperform overall because that's a build you do if you're trying to max out a lot of different resistances, which it might help keep the riffraff off, but you need to do more than that if you want to stop someone with a good attack.
Yeah, I used to get hung up on that a lot back in the Matano days. I had a real convoluted build that used like 4 orbs, and ultimately it's just not that good.
1 orb, 2 orbs, okay, but when you start getting past that 3, it's...
Yeah, and it's the same for elemental rings. They're great if you use a couple.
Yeah.
3 and 4, the whole army is just a lesser army.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays you really need to, you're not necessarily going to stop a good player, but even to stop an average player, you need to be adding some extra element like, a lot of health or a solid amount of armor, like over 250.
And you also need to make sure you can do your troops are doing some damage too.
That helps.
Yeah. And is it just me, or is anybody noticing a lot of people are using rings as more of a decoy? Every time I go lately, at least this week for sure, every time I go against somebody with a ring, it comes to find out they don't have that resistance on there. It's like they just put it on as a decoy. Like I look at it and I'm like, ooh, it's a fire ring, and I've got armor, and then I go attack, and it was just a super fast win. Rings tend to. I've noticed a few times, not just the fire one, not just this week, but people use rings as decoys because it's obvious what they have, right? It's like, oh no, they definitely have that resist, but they don't always.
Yeah, you can front like that. It doesn't always work, but it can be fun. Just get your kicks whatever way you can in this game.
Yeah, it's just like having two of the same two of the same titans and having different resists on either one.
And I got that with Valorn. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is great. So going back to the orbs, one thing that some people might not have thought about, I've talked about this with our NTG Alliance mate Wardon a few times, is that the Throne Wars throne generally corresponded to the titles of the orbs. And the only one that didn't exist in Throne Wars was Duality. And it's kind of an interesting mythology question, like, what happened to the Throne of Duality? And there's also this interrelation among the orbs where the resistances only overlap with 2 other orbs, and so there's 2 triangles, like 2 sets of 3 different orbs that tie together, and you could kind of
really well. Yep.
You could wonder whether that means that there's some sort of like synergy between those races or elements or something, Now
you're getting into philosophy, bro.
I know. It's the metaphysics of Dawn of Titan. Definitely overthinking it.
Very cool conversation, though.
Just getting the last drops out of the bottle.
Good answer. Good answer. Well, you're at 41, bro, so...
I am at 41, and I got 5 minutes left until the time that I was trying to finish up, so...
All right.
I'm gonna pull it now, and then we'll have our either our celebration or the downfall. I don't know. Oh, and I unlocked Baron. Yeah, 6,000. All right.
So what do you need, Z? You need an Earth Shaker.
Real bad. Real bad, vintage. Earth Shaker.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Earth Shaker.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna chant it for you, buddy.
Yeah, that would be nice. Here we go. Thank you, everybody.
That's kind of your favorite relic.
Come on. Let me get one.
A shaker. Or a shaker. Come on.
4-star Shield of the Gods. I already have 2. I'm pretty certain. So I'll probably use it for food.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, but it's a 4-star. I'm going to say right now. I'm not going to.
It's got troop health. It has troop health.
Yeah. It's not
2. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not horrific. Yeah, I already have 2 of them, so that's what I'm saying. It's not like I need a third one. So I'll probably use it as food, but to a player that does not have a Shield of the Gods and did not get the opportunity to get them in all the lightning events that have come out, this isn't a bad relic. So let me just put it that way.
Oh yeah.
So not a bad pull, but for someone who already has them, could have gotten something different. But definitely better than your 3-star XP relic that you can get, or any of the battle drops, or let's see, what else could we have gotten that would have been worse?
The 3-star Holy Guard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
So
3-star Scimitar.
Again, I'll give that for someone who doesn't have it, that's like a 7.5 out of 10. For someone that does, it's probably like a 5.5, just because it's like not exciting. But it's still way better than a lot of other things. So not horrifically bad.
There was that video that came out today for the day of 100 polls at the DG.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting watching that and seeing that really your odds of a 3-star and a 4-star are pretty much dead even. And then, you're going to get between, 1 5-star every 10 or 20 polls, somewhere in that range.
Pretty neat. All right, so
I missed that video. I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it was just today, so it's not like you're really behind the times yet. But yeah, it wasn't. It was definitely interesting. So I'm still sitting on 59 relic tokens because I'm still waiting for something to happen. Ridiculous.
I've been waiting months for something to happen with the relic poll.
Mm-hmm.
I got a ton of them too, and I'm tempted to just pull them all and feed them into Divine Touch.
But the only thing I'm honestly, I took a screenshot of this probably when I was around 55 relic tokens, but I didn't do it. I was gonna send it to Chris and be like, listen, I just need a confirmation. Is anything ever gonna happen with these relic tokens or not? Because if not, I'm just gonna do like a 60 relic token pool video, and we'll see what we get, kind of thing. Because I'm getting
send in the email and just say V incognito. Just reply 1 or 0.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know. If something is gonna happen, all right, fine. I'll just continue what I'm doing. But if not, this is probably like a good year or more, maybe closer to 2 years at this point of saving relic tokens. It's insane. So,
yeah.
Well, how long? I mean, nothing's happened. It's not. I would think that's a good indication that nothing is going to ever happen.
But we've said stuff so many times within the last 6 months. I have at least a couple times, and I always feel like as soon as I've said it enough, that 8 months or 10 months later, it's actually going to happen. So,
well, do us a favor and pull all of yours so that something happens.
No.
I'm in the same boat.
The other day in your video, I think I saw one of your videos. Somebody made a comment. You do get 4 stars in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
It's
You're in a
totally
spot where
possible. I know I did. I pulled them all on my mini, and I got a couple 4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were rings. The rings that I didn't have.
The only place I've gotten non-human troop elemental rings.
There you go. So yeah, that's why I do feel like I am missing out on some stuff that obviously other people are more or less having the opportunity to get or have gotten already. So
yeah, I think that's the only place I've ever seen a 4-star Earth ring. Is from there.
Nice.
I'm kind of in the same boat with the relic tokens, but I kind of feel the same way with my divine gems. I have a freaking mountain of divine gems, and I can't bring myself to do a 10K poll.
You're going to get a Chernobog. You'll get a Chernobog. You will.
Do it.
You will. Even though the Chernobog and Bellabog stats will get updated next year and be released in events, you know. You'll still have a Chernobog now, and you'll be super cool.
Has anybody pulled one? Has anybody seen a Chernobog yet? I've seen people pull the Billabog, or whatever the other name of the other one is, but I haven't seen a Chernobog yet.
I saw one once. It was multiple months ago, but the guy had a Chernobog, a Bellabog, and 4 Valorns. So we reported him. He got kicked for being a hacker.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, Chernobog could be a really fun attacker.
Totally agree.
Especially with the right resistances. But going back to the earlier point, you know, ranged units just aren't useful on defense anymore. It's just too easy to exploit.
Yeah.
So there's been
level 7 on your Stormbringer. Nice work, dude.
Wow, yeah, exactly. Almost at level 7. Man, solid.
More forges here, and he's got it.
You just have to commit to those for like a solid week, not longer. I've gotten my Divine Touch and my Stormbringer to 10, and you just have to commit to it. It has to be the only thing you put anything into for us, like a solid. And one of them I did back when it was the old school fusion possibility.
Oh
It was painful. That took me, I think it was at least a month. And the only thing I put in was Relic. It was the only thing I put it into.
Man.
There it goes to 7. Stormbringer to 7.
Oh, nice. Good job. So, just today I was going through my data set to create some way of making it easier to judge the value of one relic against each other. And so, this data set is 23 different relics on Zeus, and 2 of the slots are Golden Apple and Whetstone in all the builds. And then there's 8,800 builds with the other 23 relics in every single possible combination. And out of that data set, comparing just the best builds with each relic, the Stormbringer is literally 21% better than any other relic. It's just obscene how good it is.
Which one?
The Stormbringer. And against really good builds, it's just dwarfs any other relic. So you gotta level that one.
All right, as a special treat for everyone that's on the stream, because everyone has been so awesome, and it's Friday Night Cheese Fest with Volstan, I'm gonna do an epic pool here to see if I can get another Guardian Titan or whatever I can get. I got 5 epics here. I'm gonna get another one in this event. I'm not super concerned about losing one here, but it's for Guardian Titans, and Guardian Titans I'm always gonna need at least a little bit of good fusion food. So if anything, hopefully that'll be fun.
Valorn or Skolnar?
If I get a better Skolnar, I'd be super pumped. If I get a second Valorn with different resist than the one I have, I'd also be super pumped. So yes, either one of those would be great. Otherwise, I don't really need any other specific Guardians. So, awesome. Let's do it up. Let's see what happens.
Good luck, bro.
All right, let's see.
Valorn.
Let's see what we get. 3-star Kazut. Level 20, though. So, I'll throw him in. He'll be some fusion food.
Hey, man, try again.
Yeah. You know what, JJ? I will.
Really?
All right. Let's see it.
The Jim Beam is talking.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, my God. Call it again.
I'll let it up here. I won't spoil it for anybody. It's bad. It's a 2-star skate, level 25.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all your fault, JJ. I'm holding you totally accountable.
I'm hiding my head in the corner.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, look, it's that feeling you get right after you see that Drumadiddle pulled a level 30 4-star with his epic, and then you go and you pull and you get a level 15 2-star. It's that feeling right there.
Oh, you had to come in with some laughter, huh, D? Is that right?
Giggle. Not funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling all my save tokens because honestly, Guardians is the only thing I'm interested in, and I'm just holding on to the hope that they somehow stats or something to make them useful again.
You mean that they not excessively reduce fun?
Right.
What's up, Dale? Good to see you. Yeah.
I just want to add that Game Rescue is saying that, and he is not playing on a war team. So it's not just us war guys that are sour.
There you go.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've been saying for a long time, this is a single-player game. You play against a computer all the time, and the developers have just tried to make it more fun for players because you only ever attack. But that's part of the challenge is making it not too easy. And if you miss the challenge because you're going to play with the best Titan every time, then I mean the challenge level just went down.
And now imagine you're one of those players that pretty much only ever attacks, right? But now you've invested significant amounts of money into defense and completing events that you think would yield a defensive Titan, only to be rolled with ease constantly by the same Titans.
I'm not worried about getting rolled by Titans. I'm just getting tired of being rolled by the developers, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing.
They do it to us week after week.
Yeah, look, I didn't do the Urcon event, and I'm not, because from my perspective, defense is dead and has been for a while. So, I
but
feel
now it's more dead than ever. Like I can't even remember the last attack that I lost.
Yeah,
I can't even remember the attack that required any sort of skill whatsoever for me to beat.
The fish are jumping in the boat.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not attacking total scrubs, man. I'm attacking teams that feel like they're the top of the game, and it's a joke.
Look, when I hear you say that, I think developers are not doing their jobs because they should be constantly thinking about how they can create a new challenge mode that will make the game more difficult for the best players, and they've utterly failed in respect to that.
Yeah, I agree.
I concur.
It's not just about make it a little more challenging for the best players, but it's about making the investment that you have made worthwhile. Like, let's say you've invested on Valorn events or Urcon events or whatever. You're investing because you think you're getting a defender out of it, and the bottom line is you're not.
and some people have spent thousands of dollars when they did Valorn pulls. There's players out there, when you're talking about investing, not like finishing an event, but there's players out there when Valorn was offered in pulls who've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Oh, thousands, man. We had a player on our team that has like 9 Valorns, and he spent like $1,400 doing Valorn pulls when she came up in the temple.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
And now, what does he have for that? He doesn't have anything for that. It's like, whoa, man! It's an insane amount of money that just is useless because Valorn will not give you a green because regardless whether you're 100% poison resist and plus melee resist on top of that, she's going to get beat because defense is a thing of the past.
Just a real quick thing, though. There are people out there with stupid money, though. Just so you know. I mean, I know that everyone else says that's a lot of money. I believe that's a lot of money to spend on any such thing in a game all at one time.
Right. It's all relative, though.
But when I go to some of these jobs that I'm going to right now for work, and I see all the stupid money that's out there, I'm like, huh. Well, yeah, I guess some people can spend $1,000 on a mobile game in a week and just, kind of brush it off their shoulders like it's nothing.
He's got a Ferrari for every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
you're 100% correct, but, but that doesn't make that person's investment less worthwhile than the guy that can only spend $100 a month.
Yes, exactly. So I'm just saying it does seem kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't surprise me that a log player is spending $1,200 on Valorn pulls. That doesn't surprise me. Let's just put it that way.
Look, you can go to movie
those
theater.
players gravitate to.
You can go buy $1,000 a movie.
Yeah, that's where they gravitate.
The game is entertainment. You can go to a casino and buy.
Yes, you can.
And put all the money on black, or you can just go buy movie tickets or whatever, and the money's going to be gone. But that's just not in the spirit of the game, and I totally feel you because I've always felt like the thing that makes this game more interesting than just throwing the money away on a movie or a video rental is that you get something for it. You come into the office on Monday and look back and you're like, I had a fun weekend and I've got something that made my day more fun.
These are my pixels.
Yeah.
I paid for them.
Yeah, man, you're building an account, and that's what you're investing in. Building yourself an account, and that account should be able to attack, and that account also should be able to defend.
Every time I hear you guys say the word invest, it makes me think back, chuckle, because I used to say that. I've said that a few times in videos. And one time, I got a smart, wise comment that says, I don't think you're using the word investment properly. That's not good. I'm like, well, clearly we're talking different language. But
we're not talking stocks.
Enjoyment.
But I mean, you're investing. Whether you spend money or not, you are still investing.
Yeah.
Because you're investing.
Time is money.
It's to me, it's absolutely an investment. It's a long-term enjoyment of the game investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, Game Rescue, you've played this game for 2+ years now. You've invested money. Don't you think you should be able to do some things in this game at this point in time? Don't you think you should be able to defend, your average attacker and be able to crush their garrisons? Like, what are you doing with all the money you've invested? What's the point?
Right. And if they could just somehow figure out proper balance, I think that would end up leading to more interesting war. And, that's the stuff I like talking about, just trying to figure out where do we go from here, right?
I don't know that there's any way to ever get back to the balance we had back. I mean, you talk about the Ranger meta having messed things up. I mean, summoners have completely invalidated Ranger.
Everything.
It's never going back.
We had a nice balance when Valorn came out. Infiltrators became applicable again, and suddenly, myself in particular, I had never leveled a single infiltrator. I didn't even give them the time of day. They were useless to me, and then I found myself leveling infiltrators of all different elements, and now that's a thing of the past. I don't need them. They're completely worthless all over again because you have these new god titans that are going to smash through your resistance, whether you're resistant to it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I think it felt like last fall was kind of the apex of this game. There's got to be a way to figure this out, though.
Yeah, it was nice. There was skill involved in attacking. You know, you had to scout defenses. You know, you had to communicate with your team. Like, oh, this person's weak to ice. This person's weak to earth. That's not a thing anymore. That's
infiltrator attacks, man. You could do some borderline wizard stuff with infiltrators. God, it was fun. I really loved infiltrators.
Wow. One winged Angel Sephiroth is straight up throwing down the dough for promotion of his own video. So he says, Zalon, tell everyone you won't stream for a month if they don't watch my video tomorrow. Look at this. Look at this promotion. Very nice. I will allow it because it is a paid promotion from Sephiroth.
He's buying ad space on your channel.
Yeah, he is.
That's awesome.
I like that.
That officially makes you a baller, Zalon.
I guess it does. It does. I'll wake up tomorrow being like, that happened. That actually happened. That's awesome.
That's right. Other YouTubers are buying ad space in the chat.
Awesome.
Why do you think I come on Discord?
Well, yeah, Prometheo. I thought about that too, because one of the first things you heard me say on this stream was you had a really good video on the.
Well, you're a patron of other.
Yes, I am. I very much am a big fan of all the other DOT YouTubers. I am in no way, except for a little bit of rivalry with Godan here and there, but that's just because Godan complains about other people releasing videos before him. It's not a real complaint, but it's just he puts in a thing like, "Oh, give me a break, I'm at work." You know, it's like, yeah, we know. But today he made that comment, and I'm like, I thought to myself, I'm like, my last 6 videos have all been streams over 2 hours, and I put out one 7-minute video as soon as I could when I saw that April thing, and he's like, give me a break, man. I'm like, yo, this is my first regular video in a while, man. Gotta give me one.
You scooped him.
Yeah. Just because I had a rain day today, I got the early advantage.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Zalon. Prometheo thinks he's getting free advertising, but Prometheo, I got bad news. Guess who's catering for Zalon on his 10-hour stream tomorrow?
See?
Nice. I'm not sure if you've just assigned it to me or if that means that you're going to be catering and getting free ads. No, Zalon, I'm happy to send you a meal anytime that you're in need.
That's right. That's right. Bo has the info. Yeah.
Bo has the info.
The Z info, yeah, which is basically just an Italian shop down the road from me. So, but anyway. Let's see. I got a few more battles in me, not just because Sephiroth threw in the donation, but also because we're having such a good time, and the chat livened up a little bit here on Discord as well. We were getting a little tired there for I could tell, but now the chat has livened up a little bit. We'll continue playing a little more. What were you gonna say? Somebody.
Hey, Vintage, are you doing a video with that battle that I sent? Or are you just doing a conversation?
No, I'm gonna break it down. You know,
Yeah, totally, man.
in a way overkill way, but just so there's no misunderstandings for anyone that this is completely beyond ridiculous, and it's time to try and engage on where do we go from here, right? So
Yeah,
and that video is like the prototype about it's insanity.
And I like how on
it never happened.
Well, I like how on the last dev live stream, how many different people were like, "Did you see Vintage's most recent video?" How about that, man?
If you need any other videos, man, of other Titans being attacked with certain resistances or anything, just let me know, and I will get that to you before you do your video.
And at some point, I want to come up to Legend and and just set stuff up that you can wreck.
No.
Because, as far as hey, are things resistant against spells, for instance, right? So I want to set up, a Volstan or something. X resist lightning, have you come in, attack it with lightning storms, and then I want to take it off and have you attack it again, and that way we can compare the two and see if the resist is working or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That'd be cool.
Seth Roth says he'll send me a McDouble. Well, I'll accept a McDouble. That's fine. McDoubles are acceptable currency here.
McDouble donations.
McDouble donations. Yeah.
Zalon, this is where you need your hype man.
Yeah, right.
You got to hold out for bacon. You got to get bacon on the McDouble.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, bacon. Bacon on the McDouble.
Oh my god. I had a chicken sandwich yesterday with, what was it, bacon?
Bacon jam.
Bacon jam. Barbecue bacon jam on it. It was insane. I didn't even know it was a thing. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I have seen, it was last summer. Last summer I saw a small stand that a lady was trying to sell bacon jam. So, it's pretty...
Man, pick that up. It is great. It took my sandwich to heights I never imagined.
You didn't think it was possible?
It was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Nice. So, what's up?
I got a tip for your bacon jam. Put it on waffles. You won't believe it.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try because I don't
didn't know it existed.
Next level bacon jam tips.
Bacon jam right now. This is a thing for me.
For some reason, this reminds me of apple butter, which is also people should try if they.
Oh yeah, apple butter is really good. It's kind of it's kind of a Amish Pennsylvania thing, at least from my understanding. But yeah, apple butter is amazing.
It's a southern thing too. I'm from the South, and we had it there.
Yeah, because a lot of people, for some reason, in the tri-state, can always refer to it as like a Pennsylvania thing, but it's definitely something that's being more mass-produced and put out there now because it is an amazing. They always add it with cottage cheese, it's like.
Ooh, that sounds weird.
It's apple butter and cottage cheese. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's just something that people always say works.
I like apple butter, but.
You would be very surprised.
About the same cottage cheese that you would buy in a normal store. He's talking about farm cottage cheese, right?
I'm talking about basically most of the time that you find apple butter in Pennsylvania, you can find it at just restaurants that have salad bars, and on the salad bar, in with everything else, is apple butter. And
Zalon, what are you doing in the game right now? You're running around with your tree. Oh,
I just couldn't find the troops that I was looking for, and I was just listening to the conversation. But anyway, but yeah, you'd find apple butter on the salad bar, and next to it would be cottage cheese. And when I was little, my parents would just be like, "Yeah, you put them together, try it out." And I tried it. And I've always liked it. Yeah, I don't know why. It's really good.
Yeah.
If you come to Pennsylvania, you go to restaurants that have salad bars, you will find it.
Is that like spackle?
I don't know. I've never heard of that reference before, but yeah, maybe. Apple butter, cottage cheese, keep that up north with you Yanks. Dougie Fresh. That's funny.
Now look, I can make you bacon jam.
Uh-oh. D feels threatened by the bacon jam. She's like, "All my cooking and bacon jam has his attention."
I found a recipe.
You hear that?
I can make it for you. Look at that, darling.
She needs to make sure that she can still hold the power. The bacon jam can't overpower D's ability to control the kitchen.
It's not possible.
It's powerful.
We'll see. Bacon jam.
Yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
D
and if you put bacon jam on a deviled egg, oh man, that's good stuff.
Oh, so Bo slipped back into the stream? Bo slips back into the stream.
On bacon jam.
He heard bacon jam.
Bo, I don't know if you heard this at all, but when you left and Vintage came on, my tablet, of course, went dark when it goes periodically dormant. And when I flipped the screen back on, nobody's actually moved except your name turned into Vintage. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, and he said somebody has to be here to. Some people had to be here to.
Home, so.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, somebody had to be here to represent the militia. That's what Vintage said. So.
Good. Thanks, Vintage.
Hey, man, I think Volstan is awesome right now. I just don't think he's going to be any good in today's environment. Speaking of militia.
This Volstan would have been awesome last October.
Yeah, totally. He's a little too late.
Yeah, I almost feel like this Volstan should have been the first militia type.
Yeah, totally.
From there.
And, one thing is that they didn't release any new relics for militia at this event. And I didn't really look into what they had available for relics. And, I watched Vintage's video, and he was saying, there's not a lot of relics available, yada, yada, yada. But, it still didn't hit home. And then I took my Volstan that I achieved in the event, and I went into the DOT database and I started playing around, seeing what I could do, and I'm like, holy crap, there are no freaking relics for militia to mess with. So that definitely hurts the Titan, and that definitely hurts the builds possible.
He's even if you get lucky on your roll, without totally handicapping everything else, you can maybe get 4 resistances capped.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to not get Earth as one of your resistances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the thing is, you need to not get Earth, and you also need to get Poison and Lightning.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like such a needle in the haystack that you got to thread that to get something that might be usable.
All right, thanks, John, for stopping by.
What do you guys think it's going to take to get into the top 500?
I don't know, man. Maybe what's the event at 18?
Yes.
I think 20K will get it done.
Yeah. 20, 22. I don't think we're looking at big numbers here, because I honestly don't think that there's that much hype behind this Titan. Now, he's fantastic for what he is, but what he is not that great.
I'm thinking about picking him up on the Mini just because it's a Mini.
Yeah, I might
learn on the Mini.
The other thing about like a new player getting this Titan, you can actually keep your militia leveled up because you do it.
Yeah, it's probably a good low-level attacker.
That's why I'm thinking on the Minis, because low level. The only problem is I don't even have a 4-star Guardian to grind with, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. But I got all the tokens.
You have an Almorant or a Korthand, right?
On the Mini?
Oh, well, no, never mind.
I don't have Squad on the Mini.
I actually have both of those on my Mini.
I got a Jotun.
Balling out with the Jotun?
No, not balling out. It's how my son plays, and he was here for Christmas, so he got the Jotun.
Nice.
And I think I got a Basathi when it was really low. But I
did Dionysus with my Mini.
I don't ever play.
I got a Zeus with my Mini.
Did you? And now your Mini rules the world?
Yeah. It's like level 34, 35, and he wrecks a lot that he probably shouldn't.
You took it.
Uh-oh.
It's my Mini.
It's my Mini.
The truth comes out.
It's just the Mini now, I guess. I don't know. He wasn't interested in her at all. I wanted her at all.
It's their DOT child, the mini. They fight over it.
I knew this wasn't D's mini. I knew it.
It was my mini. He took it. He renamed it Nutter One and started playing with it right after we finished Zeus on it. He's gonna get booted at a hammer pretty shortly, though. So.
Oh, so Drum's playing back in 10TG again, huh?
Well, it was my mini in my alliance, and he took it. He changed the name.
It's like when a father shows interest when his when his daughter is just starts to get to the age of playing sports. Dad's all excited again.
Yeah, but he wasn't interested in all the other stuff that I had to do all by myself.
Well, that's what happens. Dad's only interested in raising the kid after they're able to play sports.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, Joe's here.
So how far are you going, Zalon?
I'm going to 16K. Thanks for joining, Thunder Rex.
No problem.
And how about you?
Did somebody else talk to me, so.
And how about yourself? How far are you going to be going?
I'm going to go ahead and go for the 18. I'm just grinding it out.
Oh, straight up. Okay.
So Tim's grinding it out. I got on-rand, and I also have Corthan, so I'm just letting Corthan just pretty much solo everything.
Nice. Gnome de Plumes asking, has anyone actually ever gotten a 4-star shocking gem? Does it even drop? Been waiting for that far longer than Dee's been waiting for her 4-star whetstone.
I've been wanting the Spearman version of the 4-star shocking gem forever.
Mm-hmm.
Recall ever having one.
Agree. Because it's going to make Valorn even better. Pretty much. Or any other Titan that uses Spearman as well.
Volstan armor.
It drops after you spend a lot in Lightning Theaters of War. Well, we'll see. Maybe. Okay. What do you think? Do you think that'll be one of the things that drops in the Lightning Theaters of War with Odin? Or Conquest? I'm sorry, Conquest Odin?
Nah, I don't think so.
No? You don't think they would put
Odin
that?
buffs archers and maidens, man. I don't think you're going to see a Spearman relic.
Well, we've seen goofy stuff thrown into events before in Milestones that didn't make any sense, so I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, hey, I would love to see it. I'm not going to say that would make me happy, but I don't see that happening.
Well, I would love a shocking gem, of course.
Mm-hmm.
With Odin, I wouldn't want the shocking gem to replace Gungnir.
Yeah, man, there were awesome Odin relics that they could totally bring around when Odin comes back for Conquest, and it would be a disservice to the community if they didn't bring those relics back.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do the event if it was just Odin. If it's those relics, I mean,
yeah, man, Odin's useless. He's completely useless because at best case scenario he has double offensive X skills for archers, but problem is he's got double range. So you can't even apply all the good archer relics to him because he does lightning damage.
And he's all 100% ranged too.
Yeah, it's garbage, man. It's garbage. I got the perfect Odin, and you know what? He sits on a VP land and he doesn't defend anything.
He just sits there with his arms crossed, looking mad.
Yeah, totally. It's like he just hands over the VP to anybody that wants to attack. You know, I had more than one perfect Odin, actually, and I fused every other one except for my first one away because he's completely useless. I mean, he was amazing, and then they changed archers. They fixed archers, and since the fix, like he's been trash. He's just absolutely nothing good comes out of him.
There you go. Everyone's heard it here first. That is Drum's opinion on Odin. So even when you're thinking about what you're going to do when the Odin conquest comes up, you better be praying that they got something better in the event.
Yeah, totally. Because even if you get the perfect Odin, he is useless. It's useless to level that Titan unless you need it for the Pantheon, and it's useless to attack with that Titan because you could use if you're trying to do a physical attack, man. You could use Tolan is a good substitute, or what the heck with the Panther mittens. What the hell is that guy's name? He just came out. Cerberus. There you go. Yeah. You use him. He's a better choice.
Antler mittens.
The cat hands. Who's that?
Yeah, the cat hands, whatever the hell it's too many Titans, man. My head's just turned into jelly.
Jelly. Clarence took one of my VP lands. Nade had to jump in and say something. What's going on, Nade? Good to see you. Check your VP lands, bruh. Peace. Yeah, thanks, Nade.
He was sniping.
Yeah, well, no, it was Clarence. Clarence jumped in.
Man, even a Siggy with double offensive archer skills is going to be better than Odin. I mean, he's pretty far down on the archer scale.
Nice. They can't use both kings on.
Go ahead.
I was just saying you can't use both kings on Odin.
Oh yeah, why? What happened?
What? Sure you can.
I thought the first slot was physical.
That's all army physical damage.
Yeah, you can use it, but you're not going to get the best buff out of it. That's fine.
Yeah, look, both kings is totally obsolete now because of ancient crossbow.
Yeah, it's a garbage relic, man. It was good, but now there's just so much better out there that it's like, oh man, do I need to waste my time leveling this? Which is a shame because we did waste our time getting it in events.
Yeah, I was going through today. So in the new database that I built out, you can actually filter out and see, if you're using all the relics that I've shown, then what are the best builds? And then, okay, so what if you exclude this one, that one, the other one? And the Bow of Kings just never comes up into the relevant builds anymore. It's not part of the meta.
Yeah, man. I think there's a very small window of things that are actually part of the meta right now. I'll tell you what aren't part of the meta: Panthers, Goliaths, anything ranged. Honestly, it's like Storm Maidens, man. That's it. But Storm Maidens don't work for you on defense, so unfortunately, defense is not working no matter what you have equipped. But on offense, you can really just get away with just Storm Maidens. That's not my preferred attack. I actually enjoy Militia the most, man. I can't quit Dio. I got a good one, and I'm rolling crit with him, and he does destroy absolutely everything. But there's actually a few things, man. I will struggle with a Panther defense that is 100% resist to physical, and I will struggle with an ice defense that has a significant amount of damage. But other than that, man, he destroys everything.
I love Dionysus. You put down those Omega Militia, and it flashes 690% physical damage. It's like, holy crap.
Hilarious, right?
Wow. Yeah. And then you got the troop damage on top of that.
Right.
I mean, you can use Earthshaker and Banner, and you can even throw the Ancient Sling on there.
Yeah, man, and that guy is my main attacker because he really does destroy practically everything in the game. And when I'm going up against something that is not what I know he can destroy, I'll equip a different type. But he really does do the job. Storm Maidens are great, but I don't like how they just run into battalion troops randomly. Sometimes you think everything's going good, and then suddenly it's not going good because they've decided to run into Imperials or whatever, and that's a real frustrating experience. So I don't use them as much as maybe some others do.
Where do you think Poseidon fits in everything right now? Do you think he's really the best Imperial Titan, or do you think Krothos is better? I'm only going to speak for myself, and I'm only going to speak for offense because I don't really care about him on defense, so I don't mod his relics for defense. Although I will throw him on a VP land just to max some production. If you're running an all offense maiden build, man, Poseidon is a serious force to be reckoned with, and you'll beat very easily Goliath defenses that are 100% lightning resist and range resist, yada yada. You'll have no problem chewing through that with the Poseidon. So it will take a little bit longer than it will take with Zeus, but it will be slightly easier mechanic wise because you have those Omegas that you can drop on the range, and you also have those Omegas that are going to tie up those Goliaths that your maidens will chip away at. So he is really a top-notch attacking Titan. On defense, whatever, man, I don't care. To me, he's a Titan that'll max VP land production, but he's not something I would put on my garrison anymore. So it sounds like you play him the way that I would play Kronos with all archers.
Yeah, but I'll just give you a little pro tip on Kronos. Kronos with all archers is predictable, and because it's predictable, he can be defended against pretty easily. And Storm Maidens are so overpowered at this point that you can use Kronos with all Storm Maidens and put Storm Maiden relics on him, and you will destroy everything. Kronos with Storm Maidens. And guess what? You're going to be attacking this poor scrub, and he's going to see that you're attacking him with Kronos, and he's like, oh, what I need to do is up my earth and physical defense. And he does that, and guess what? And now it's a 25-second raid because you're using Storm Maidens. And Storm Maidens are so freaking powerful that you don't even need skills to buff them. You just need to throw a few relics on, and they're just going to wreck everything.
Yeah, well, it helps if you've got Divine Touch for the troop damage, and then you can add on your Steadfast Stands that you've got the 4-star of, and a Storm Ring, which a lot of people don't have. But, yeah, and then you use a Whetstone. That gives you a lot of crit, and that pretty much takes it there.
Yeah, and the Omega troops, man, they're going to tie up everything while you just chip away with your maidens. And in my opinion, that's a problem. That Storm Maidens are so freaking powerful that you can take a Titan that doesn't even buff them and just wreck everything with it. That should not happen, and there's really no other troop in the game that you can do that with. I can't take Korthan and just throw Panther relics on him and wreck everything in the game. But you know what? I can take Kronos with all Maiden relics and destroy everything in the game. That shouldn't happen. I think Storm Maidens are doing way too much damage for their rate of fire.
It's the rate of fire. I don't think they calculated the rate of fire when they did this overall. When they did their testing, that's really significant. And the best part about the video that you made, Drum, because like I told you, I had started collecting data, but every time I made it, I had to use a rage. You didn't use a rage at all. You just
no, I did use rage, but
oh, you did?
I just threw it in towards the end. It wasn't like a primary thing in the attack.
I had to use when I battle in that similar fashion. I have to use rage to take out the Goliath, and I didn't. Maybe I just didn't see you use a rage.
I will say this though about the maidens. I think they also AoE damage effect.
They what?
I think they have an area of effect damage.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Really? So
That's
they
what
don't
makes
single point data?
Yes.
You think they hit like splash damage kind of thing?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get splashed.
Yeah, that's what makes it overpowered right there. Because if you get a group of Goliaths or Panthers all coming in at one time, one throw from a Storm Maiden will hurt all of them significantly.
Well, I mean, what makes them so powerful is that each Storm Mage is more powerful than a level C Ranger, and you have 19 of them, or you have 18 of them on the board with suit. And the Omegas are even more powerful. They're like 3 times as powerful as your normal one. So it's really more like you've got 35 maidens on the field with a fully powered suit.
Yeah, and the rate of fire is insane because their damage is per second, and they're firing like poo 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 poo, like nothing competes with that.
What was that?
Yeah,
How do they fire again? Drum. Okay.
Yeah, I actually have Athena guarding my garrison right now, and I get a lot of defenses. I just have Athena with all of her maidens powered up.
Well, she was an ancillary beneficiary of the Zeus skill package,
Right,
which
with the
included
crit
30%
upgrade.
crit on the Omega.
Don't knock that over, please.
That extra 30% crit was just the cherry on top.
Hey.
What's up, Dylan?
Hi. I'm here.
That is.
Oh my god.
That is awesome.
Dylan is here.
Hey Dylan.
Yeah.
Hey Dylan. Dylan.
Hey Dylan. Dylan.
Hey Dylan.
Hey, Zalon.
What's
Dylan?
up? What's up, Dylan?
So,
Dylan.
which do you think's better, or not? Which, do you think Athena is now better than Artemis because of the 30% extra crit?
Athena over top of Artemis? Well,
Yeah, since
being
the
that
extra
being
30.
that maidens are are definitely stronger than Panthers right now, I would definitely say that.
Hey Dylan.
Yeah.
Who do you think is stronger? Athena or Artemis?
Be nice to him, Drum. Be nice to him. He hasn't said anything out of tune yet. Come on. Gotta give a guy a break. What hour are you on now? Churro wants to know. It's getting a little bit later than I was expecting, but here, let me check. Probably 4th hour.
You're on the 3rd hour.
Probably over 3, so we're in the 4th hour most likely. Yeah, we're in the 4th. 30 people watching though. There's been multiple people mentioning comments of it's such a great chat and everything else, and everybody is having a great time. So I am very glad to see so many people showing up in the chat today. So big shout out to everyone on Discord, and it's been pretty awesome. Although I am gonna have to close it down in like 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes because I gotta go to bed. I have to go to sleep soon.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Guys, it's time to step up the donations. We can't let this 10-minute thing happen.
Step up the donations. Oh my
Or
gosh.
save the donations for
Trump's gonna be the tax collector.
Smash that like button. Just start doing, super chats, whatever they're called. Just send them through.
Send them through. Send them through.
Pile them up.
Pile
Let's
them
go,
up.
guys.
Oh gosh. No.
Probably about 10 people are gonna.
My own sanity. I'm selling out my own sanity and my own
Somebody order him a pizza.
physical well-being.
Hey, Bo, order him
Bo's
like
not here,
ice
but it's
sandwich
okay.
or something.
Yeah, Bo was on a little bit earlier. He's home now. He had to jump off though because he is most definitely home for the weekend. So this is his time where he's pretty much not doing much stuff on the streams.
Vintage. I wanted to ask you something. Since you said that, the Ranger meta is back with or basically with Zeus. So, are you going to quit again and let your wife play or something?
I'll give him some time. I gave the Ranger meta a couple months, and then that was just dumb. So I didn't play for a while. So we'll give him some time. And
all right,
like I said in my original video, where do we go from here?
Mm-hmm.
Like I always do on my channel, I still got to get to the part where I start offering and thinking about solutions.
I think they need the solutions, bro. Looking forward to that video.
Yeah.
Because right now, and I'm hopeful, don't get me wrong, but right now, Zeus just was, it was too much. I don't think they did proper testing.
Hey, man, here's the thing, dude. It's not even Zeus. You talk about Artemis.
Artemis does it too.
Craps on poison resist.
Artemis
Cerberus craps on physical resist. Like, the new Titans that are coming out, like, they've completely invalidated the current system that was in place.
Yeah. But like you, JJ, I am optimistic because let's think about this rationally. This is a company selling a product. And when their player base kicked off, they got to know that that's a problem. I am optimistic that they're going to try to address it. It's just, I hope,
How long?
I hope they don't go down the road of, let's put 5 more Band-Aids on the blob of Band-Aids.
Yeah. And there it is,
Let's try
Drum.
to approach this the right way.
Drum, donations are rolling in now. Thank you, Drum.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, man. I don't think that they're looking at Band-Aids.
Blame
but I feel like, the people that are making noise about the current situation are end game players. That were players that have played this game for a period of years, and I don't think that new players see the same problems that we see with the current situation.
I totally agree. And that's why, I make the long videos and, I really spend a lot of time in the comments section.
Real quick, Vintage. Not your very last video, but your, I think it was for this event. You said it was going to be a short video twice in the beginning, and it was 17 minutes. So
that's a short video, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in there.
I can't help myself. I end up going into the weeds.
Yeah.
So
it's all right.
I feel you on that. I think it is going to be a series of Band-Aids, though. I think that we're going to see, more stuff rolling out that they're going to try to make, must-have. Could be Spearman Summoner, could be something, but they're just going to try and keep working us to pay to keep up with the meta and get ahead of whatever they just released 2 months ago.
Because a little bit of what I fear is, like I said, I hope they don't overreact and then make some new ridiculous defender, and then everybody cries about that, and then we have the new beyond insane offense, and you know what I mean, going the whole back and forth, rather than just trying to settle into a good spot that they're just going to overshoot, undershoot, etc. That's Eric.
I've been hearing a few theories that I kind of agree with. Is just increasing the max elemental resist by 5% to 95.
Yeah, then you're.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That would make a difference. That would absolutely make a difference.
No, but here's the thing, though. I don't think you need to increase elemental resistance, man. I think you just need to reduce the amount of damage being put out by certain troops, because let's say reducing the elemental resistance to Goliath is not the same as reducing the elemental resistance to Storm Maidens. And the reason being is that the rate at Storm Maidens do damage is significantly higher than the rate that Goliaths do damage. So just a blanket, let's increase resistance to 95 is not going to solve our problems or fix our issues.
So I put some. I put some thought into, hey, let's raise the resistance cap to 93 or 95 or whatever, right? Here's the issue. As you shrink that number and you approach 100%, you are literally starting to walk on the razor. So hard to balance on that thin margin. You know what I mean? I don't have to. Hopefully that makes sense.
No, that makes complete sense, man.
Yeah. If you look at it from the perspective of armor, if you go from 75% armor being the soft cap, which I think we've all established is where we are, and you take that from 75 to 80%, then you're changing the value of armor piercing in the game by doing that. And you're going from armor piercing then being a potential 4x multiplier on your damage to being a 5x multiplier on damage, which is going to throw off the optimization of builds against crit. And so there's a lot of implications you have to think about before you make a change like that. Personally, I think that what we could really use right now is a series of relics for our beefy defender groups like Spearman and Goliath that give them pretty decent resistance to range.
So there's that, and there's just a much, much easier solution, and everyone's going to hate it, but this is going to be part of my video. We can detune Storm Maidens.
Yeah, man,
damage.
Totally. I'm with you on that. The rate of fire does not equate to the damage that they deal. It's too much damage for the rate of fire that they're putting out.
I would be fine with that.
Keep the damage the same, but just slow them down just a little bit.
You mean their attack rate or their...
It has to be something, whatever it is, something that's 100% resist to an element type needs to be able to stop that element type.
Yeah, man, exactly. If you have Goliaths that are 90%, resist to lightning and 24% resist to range, it should not be possible that you beat that defense. And if you do, you should be just skating through it by the skin of your teeth, man. It shouldn't be a cakewalk. And right now, it's a cakewalk.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, look, the reality is a high-level player that has Stormbringer on Zeus is combining all major superpowers in the game. They've got troop damage, they've got max crit, they've got super high armor piercing, and they've got a lot of damage on those troops. And so you've got to make them sacrifice something. So it's probably going to have to be the damage either in the form of reducing the top line damage numbers or slowing the rate of fire. I think slowing the rate of fire makes more sense.
Yeah, me too, about the fire rate. Because I noticed personally that if you just get, let's say 9 Storm Maidens in a group, they'll just destroy even, how, their main, resistant, or no, their weakness is, militia and, Storm it or not.
They murder it. They're like little machine guns mowing down.
Yeah, it's a flamethrower.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, and in my opinion, not the rate of fire, because I enjoy the rate of fire, and also rate of fire is an animation, which would probably be harder to change, but just adjust the damage, man. They shouldn't be doing the amount of damage they do per rate of fire, and I think that would bring some balance to them.
And that's kind of what I was going to try to sell in my pitch anyway, is that, look, I know everybody's going to hate this and think that, they're devaluing something that I bought or whatever. But, man, I'm telling you, every other game out there that has any kind of balance, this is what they do. Things, and when necessary, they up-tune things, just like they gave Goliath extra health. You can't always just add. Sometimes you have to subtract.
Yeah. I was going to say, Vintage, don't worry, you can say whatever you want to here in the 4th hour. They have to watch all the way to this time to be able to even hear any of this stuff. So. Yeah, you could say...
I think Nerf Hammer is the only way out of this, really. But, again, I just want to start that discussion.
Yeah. Hey, man, they're not devaluing our purchases. The only thing they're devaluing is the damage that Storm Maidens can do. But while they devalue that, they're increasing the value of our defenses that have lightning resistant that are obsolete.
I totally 100% agree, and that's where I was headed.
It's sad when the community, when the players themselves ask for a nerf. That never. Come on.
Oh, he said it.
Yeah, no, come on. I mean, we've been dancing around it, but in reality, it's just it breaks other aspects of the game, and it's less fun.
Hey man, I got Zeus. I got all the amazing Storm Maiden relics you could possibly want. You know, the best of the best, the ones that haven't been available in events. I've got them all, and I've got them equipped on Zeus, and I can just destroy everything.
And now you're bored with
that's
the
not
game.
enjoyable.
Yeah. You correct me if I'm wrong, Drum, but you're losing interest because there's no challenge. There's no, you're not being pushed. There's what more is there for you to do?
Yeah, 100%, man.
The Alpha and the Omega.
For instance, I mean, I'm a leader in League of Gods, man. You would think that I would enjoy my position and I want to stay here, but no, man. I'm leaving the team, and we're starting a whole nother team, and we're just going to drop down to a lower league and try and find some fun. And here's the outcome: if I don't find the fun, I'm done with the game. If I do find the fun, then I might continue. I don't know what the future holds for me, but honestly, it's not enjoyable being in the top team in the game right now because it's so boring.
Yeah,
I get that,
but yeah.
Well, you quitting might do positive things for our checkbook.
Exactly.
Ignore
Yeah, ignore the woman. Jeez.
Yeah, but very, very good plans. She wants to go scuba diving, and I've been trying to give her some Caribbean tips.
Ooh, scuba diving.
I'm a scuba diving fanatic.
You actually got a Drum really excited about Little Cayman, and I emailed the place yesterday, and they're booked the week we wanted to go.
Denied.
That's a drag, because Little Cayman, it is literally my favorite place in the Caribbean.
Oh, vintage. How does shark feel?
What?
Like, have you touched a shark? Like,
yeah, sure. Yeah, like there'll be nurse sharks that lay on the bottom. They're just chilling. You can pet them.
Dude, vintage is a shark.
This is also true.
I was in my scuba trip in Grand Cayman canceled. The one excursion on my cruise that was canceled. Was
Grand Cayman. You're supposed to go to Stingray City, right?
Yep. Well, it was
No, you weren't going to do an actual dive.
We were doing. It was a resort place that had I think Stingray City sound familiar, but
maybe it was a dual excursion. Maybe it was a one tank dive and then Stingray City snorkel.
No, it was a tank. It was abandoned.
Two tanks?
No, one tank dive into an abandoned.
A ship. It was probably what's it called? Is it the Odyssey? What's that ship? I don't remember.
Hey, Zalon, thanks for having me on. I'm going to drop.
The scuba's,
All right,
man,
me too.
It'll take you to the coolest places on the planet. It's a great recreation. I friggin' love scuba diving.
Oh, we're addicted. We started going to places that were just like dive ops, and now we're just addicted. all you can dive, unlimited shore diving. We just can't get enough.
And in that thing I told you that you didn't hear from me, I actually do that because I'm going to own somewhere down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. When I'm done working, I'm going to scuba dive until I'm dead.
You know, we were thinking about retiring somewhere like that, and that's a really good tip. I don't think I shared that with you, Drum.
When I was in Rowan,
live stream, don't say it on the live
stream. When I was in Roatan, they said that the average monthly income to live comfortably in Roatan, the island off the coast of Honduras, is $1,300 a month.
Yeah, you can do a similar thing in Belize.
My pension,
Really good too.
yeah, Belize is the same. Belize is very similar. My pension's more than that already. I could retire. I could retire today if I didn't have child support.
If I didn't have child support, you heard that one though. It was a little bit.
My pension's like twice that already.
But those don't figure in Dawn of Titans.
Here's something you could do. There's a video on YouTube. It's like 10 islands that are like so cheap because no one wants to buy them because they like have bad history or something. But some of those islands are like maybe like 100,000 at most. Like they're really, really cheap.
So JJ, you can own your own. You can own your own island, JJ.
Actually, that's what they're saying. A bunch of famous people that have purchased them now. A lot of famous celebrities and whatnot.
But what about you, JJ? You're a DOT celebrity.
No, not.
Yo, JJ, when you buy your island, you could just, everybody be like, "Yo, so what do you do?" You'd be like, "Listen, I stream on, YouTube. I'm a DOT streamer. You haven't heard of me?"
Yeah, we don't have internet on my island because it's the size of. I got satellite. I'm streaming straight from.
Yeah.
Bouncing off a satellite on Mars. That's how it would be.
See, that's the only thing that would suck about on your own island. You have no electricity. You have to have a new sewage system. All that.
Yeah, but wait, and no Waffle House. There would be no Waffle House Thunder X on the island.
Yeah.
What would we do? What would we do? We'd have to make waffles ourselves and bring the bacon jam. That's what would have to happen.
Hey, Vintage, since you're a fanatic of scuba diving, I recently read an article. It was about it's like the biggest tank of where fish and stuff are. It's a German tank, I forgot what it's called, but it's not like a dome, but a cylinder, but with a hole in the middle with an elevator. But it's the biggest in the world.
Aquarium?
Yeah.
No.
Diving in that though.
Well, there's cleaners and they scoop dive. They offer scoop. They offer.
Oh man, that's not scuba diving though.
I was just asking, have you ever heard of it?
I haven't. So, guys, I gotta mute for a minute. I got a phone call coming. I'll be back.
Go ahead. This has actually been the longest Vintage has ever been on a live stream, because I think a lot of times he has other things going on during the daytime.
And I was supposed to stream, and Drum sabotaged it, and now he won't stop talking.
Well, I mean, it's okay. We're not gonna. You don't even say it out loud, D. You're jinxing things. You're jinxing things, and you just need to just let things happen the way they are, and everything is just gonna be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm not streaming though, and that's the problem.
You're on stream.
Basically tonight you've still accomplished everything that needed to be done, which means the community needs to hear from both of you, and that is being accomplished. So don't worry. We got tons of Drum opinions. We got lots of bounce back and forths. Trust me, everything is all fine and gravy.
Congratulations.
See, Dylan is even congratulating you, so you should know it's a good night.
For what? What? Why?
Because you were still able to get on and able to able to kibitz and also give opinions. See? So don't be so upset.
Value your opinions.
I don't think anybody really cares about Drum opinion.
You're just saying that now, Drum, just so you get to hear other people be like, no, we really do want to hear you, Drum. But we do, actually. We do really want to hear what you have to say, Drum. So, yeah, if everybody in the chat would speak up right now about how much you enjoyed listening to Drum's opinion tonight, he needs a little bit of a refresher to know that it's true. It's true. He doesn't realize it. It's one of those things where you think nobody gives a crap about what I have to say, but then everybody's like, "Yo, what do you think?"
Drummond just played the game for too long, man, and I'm
looking
sour.
forward to it in a couple weeks, bro. Whenever it goes down.
See, JJ's excited.
Yeah, man. So, Zalon, is the donation list up to 2 million yet?
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
2 million.
What are you talking about, Dylan? Are you going crazy?
You get so much donation.
Hey, Dylan.
Okay, yes, it was justified. Keep going, Drum. It was justified.
Dylan.
It's justified with that one. Because I have no idea where he came from. I don't know where he came with that one.
Hello.
Hey, Dylan.
Leave him alone.
But anyway, Dylan, I don't have 2 million in donations. I got two very, very kind $4.99 donations tonight from Seth Roth, who was buying ad space, and Ice, who also wanted me to keep streaming. So I always, you know what? It's funny because almost all the time donations come in because they would like to see me continue streaming. And I understand that because I would do the same thing if I was watching a streamer that was about to close down. But when it comes down to promoting your channel, that was definitely a first tonight. So like Vintage said, it's I guess I made it the big time.
Hey Z,
What's up, JJ?
I gotta take off, brother.
Okay, people are leaving now. So again, JJ's heading out now too. I gotta wrap up because I do need to get some sleep.
Good seeing you. Take care.
All right, JJ, have a good night.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Yeah, I like to hear D in the background. Leave him alone. It's my favorite. I'll just allow it to keep happening just so I can hear that. Leave him alone.
Hey, it's fine. I'm getting attention.
Yes, it's okay, Dylan. As long as you're not being, outlandishly asking weird questions, then we're good. You kept.
I think that's the point of all of this.
Well, I mean, okay. Let's look at it this way. Most of his questions have still been game related. As soon as they start getting anything personal or weird, then we got to be like cutting it short.
Dylan, you've been better, man. I'm harassing you. I get it, but you were pretty weird at a certain point. Now you've cleaned up a lot.
Yeah. See, listen to this. We're even getting some. I don't even know what the proper word is. I'm getting real tired. Compliments from Drum. Yes, there we go. Compliments
Positivity. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. And of course, Drum's going to come out with positivity in the 4th hour, so nobody hears it.
That's right. It's buried.
Buried his positivity.
It's going to be fossilized.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's because Dylan's going to go, and he's going to put in the comments, go to this, and he'll put the time stamp. He'll be like, go to this time to hear Drum tell me that I'm gotten better.
I would probably forget.
It's all right.
You're all right, man. I just like to tease you. It's absolutely nothing personal. You're a good dude.
I know.
So.
Yeah.
I enjoy the fun.
Yes.
I'm just a complete...
he's a bully. D's like, he's a bully.
I'm a bully. There you go.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. No, trust me, Drum is very tall. So.
You should be in the NBA.
Well.
Yeah, it's true.
He could be in the NBA.
Yeah. They're scared.
We pretend sometimes.
They're scared of him in the NBA. They don't want to go up against him.
8'6".
See?
Wasn't that like the tallest man, like 8 foot?
Yeah, that's me.
The record?
That's me.
No, it's not.
Go look him up right now. Go look it up.
Drum a diddle.
Mirth Red Room says you guys are doing wonderful work. Thank you. Ha NFL. Go dance here now. Saying ha NFL. But anyway, yes. We love Drum's input. See, Chad says we love Drum's input.
Go Godin, are you going to give any soft links for the new, like, I forgot the name of the title.
What is it? Mohawk? No, not Mohawk.
Yeah.
Not Mohawk. I just said that.
Mohawk. Go Walk. I think it's Go Walk.
No, I goofed it up.
Ma Rock.
Yeah, it's Ma Rock.
Yeah.
We'll see. Godan will probably come up with some great short videos for us all to enjoy in the next few days. I ripped on him a bit earlier, Godan. I still can't share what I've seen. Oh, you still can't share what you've seen, Godan says. He's seen the light.
Has he at least seen the class of Titan?
I don't know. We don't know if that's what he's even seen. Maybe he's referring to something else.
If leaks are true, I've seen that it's going to be a Berserker Titan. It's a Ragnar. The first skill will be a Tier 2 defense. And then you're going to have 2 X skills. They could be defense or offense for Goliath. And then you're going to have 2 offense skills for Storm Maidens.
Oh, is that kind of like Ilzir, I think? But
no, Ilzir doesn't have anything to do with Storm Maidens.
Yep.
Oh, I know, but I think her, like the infiltrator, her, the fire infiltrator, having X skills for both, like
Dylan
herself, and then
Dylan.
Yeah.
You're reaching.
Yep, you are. You're reaching. Good point.
But Ilzir, though, I think I get his point, though. Ilzir, that boosts troops.
It's like Grelgar with Storm Maiden skills.
So you guys see what I have to deal with. He says that a lot when I talk. He goes, silence!
Silence! I kill you!
It's loud and scary.
It's loud and scary. So Godan keeps on saying there's even more stuff that he hasn't, but his most recent video, which was just released, let's see, at 10:55. So like 20 minutes ago, Godan just released a video. So there you go.
Did he really?
Yeah. Just released it.
Right.
So it'll be available for everybody to watch as soon as you get off here, unless you've already watched it.
So you gotta tell Godan that ad space on your stream is $5.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Godan comes in all the time, and I always give him a good shout out, but that's true. That one winged angel Sephiroth has set the bar now at $4.99 for all new plugs for your channel. So you gotta consider that, Godan.
Didn't Godan say that his wife was going to make changes to the channel?
I have to watch the new video. You have to watch the new video. I'm gonna definitely watch as soon as I get off here, just in case those new changes have been. It sounds like dev changes though, so we don't know. It might take a little while. Oh, he says faux show. Well, if he says faux show, then that means it must be on, and that it must have happened in the most recent video. So we'll see. All right.
Next, he'll come out with a magazine.
I don't know about any magazine there. All right. I got to wrap this up. I just bought, for some reason, when I tried to buy Portal Stones last time, I bought two sets instead of one. But I got to wrap this up. I really got to get off, and I got to get ready and head to bed. I do have to go to work tomorrow. A wonderful 6 in the morning. So, everyone, have a great night. Thank you again to everyone that joined me on Discord and everyone that joined me in the chat, of course. Tomorrow night, I don't know about streaming, but we'll see. Sunday, again, also we'll see. But I do hope that we will see some streams tomorrow night. I know JJ said about doing something tomorrow, too. And Vintage talking about making some videos, which sounds awesome. I'm hoping to see some of that. And Dee's heading on a trip and won't be back for a while. So that's why she's not going to be streaming tomorrow night. So, and Dylan might do some streaming, so check out Dylan's channel. There you go, Dylan. Rob Lincoln right now. Is anyone else streaming? I don't know.
Zalon, thanks for having me on, buddy. I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate talking with my people.
Oh yeah, of course. I always love providing the ability to have a bit of a roundtable as much as possible whenever anyone does have the time to join in the discussion. So it's awesome.
It's always fun.
Yeah, it is. All right, everybody, have a good night, and we're gonna wrap the stream up. And I will, if anybody else wants to say anything here, Deer Drum, ThunderX, Warwick, Prometheo.
Thanks for having me. It's nice being on here.
Of course, Dylan.
Even though I caught the 4th hour.
You did catch the 4th hour, but the 4th hour might have been the best hour, so we'll see. So.
Some waffles.
Yeah, and ThunderX says waffles as well. Yes, go waffles.
Are we going to name food? Pop-Tart.
No. He's just saying waffles because ThunderX has he can say waffles whenever he wants to. But Prometheo, you got anything else to say? You've been here the whole stream, very loyal the whole way. So thank you for staying the entire time.
Thanks for streaming, and I hope that your work tomorrow goes well, and you can relax after that.
Yeah, I will for a day, and then I'll go back to work on Monday. But yes, so it won't be bad. It won't be bad. Having a little bit of a break in between isn't the worst. So anyway, all right, DOT community. I will be back again soon enough, hopefully, or I'll be on other people's streams, so definitely be looking forward to that. All right, DOT community, have a good night, and I'll talk to you again very soon.